Life is a journey filled with twists, turns, and unexpected challenges. We all face moments that test our character, moments that push us to question who we are and what we stand for. In those moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, lost, or even defeated. But within each of us lies the potential for something greater, something stronger. There's a way to navigate these trials with grace, strength, and purpose. This path isn't hidden in some faraway place. It's right here, waiting to be embraced. At the heart of this journey to becoming a better person is the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has endured for centuries, not because it's rigid or outdated, but because it speaks to the very core of what it means to live a life of integrity, growth, and meaning. Stoicism teaches that no matter what life throws your way, you have the power to respond with clarity, patience, and resilience. You have the power to become the best version of yourself, not through wishful thinking, but through concrete, intentional actions. So many of us go through life feeling as though we're constantly reacting to stress, to people, to situations beyond our control. We are pulled in every direction by emotions, demands, and expectations. Yet, beneath the surface, we crave peace. We crave a sense of control over our lives, a sense of purpose that fuels our days with meaning. The truth is, peace and purpose don't come from trying to control everything around you. They come from learning how to control the one thing that truly matters, yourself. You might be wondering what it takes to step onto this path. It's not about perfection. Becoming a better person is not about never making mistakes, never feeling angry or sad, or always being happy. It's about learning how to rise above those moments when things feel messy or hard. It's about developing the inner strength to keep moving forward, even when life seems to be pulling you back. Stoicism teaches that personal growth begins when you focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, and let go of the rest. In a world that constantly tells you to chase more money, more success, more validation, Stoicism offers a different approach. It says that true contentment, true fulfillment, comes from within. It's not about having more, but about being more present, more mindful, more in tune with what truly matters. It's about knowing your values and living by them every single day. It's about recognizing that your character, your integrity, is far more valuable than any external reward or recognition. This philosophy isn't just for the philosophers of old. It's for you. It's for anyone who is tired of being pushed around by life's circumstances and is ready to take responsibility for their own happiness, their own growth. Stoicism invites you to look at life's challenges not as setbacks, but as opportunities. Opportunities to grow stronger, opportunities to practice patience, opportunities to become the person you were always meant to be. There's something incredibly empowering about realizing that no matter what happens around you, you are in control of your own mind. You are in control of how you choose to respond to the world. And that is where true strength comes from, not from what you have, but from who you are. When you learn to master your emotions, to stand firm in your beliefs, to live according to your values, you become unshakable. You become resilient. You become a beacon of light, not only for yourself, but for others. We all know people who seem to have an inner calm about them. They don't get easily rattled by stress or difficult situations. They seem grounded, confident, at peace. These people aren't born with some special gift. They've cultivated that strength over time. Stoicism teaches that this kind of peace, this kind of strength, is available to anyone willing to put in the work. It's about making small, deliberate choices every day that bring you closer to the person you want to be. And here's the beautiful part. This journey doesn't just benefit you. As you grow, as you become more in control of yourself, more aligned with your values, the people around you benefit as well. Your relationships improve because you're more patient, more understanding. Your work improves because you're more focused, more disciplined. And most importantly, your relationship with yourself improves. You stop being so hard on yourself. You stop living in constant self-doubt or regret. You begin to see yourself as someone capable of incredible growth, someone worthy of respect and love. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, one that requires dedication, self-reflection, and patience. But the rewards are worth every bit of effort. As you learn to apply the principles of Stoicism to your life, you'll notice a shift, not just in how you handle challenges, but in how you view the world. You'll start to see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones. You'll start to see every moment, even the difficult ones, as an opportunity to practice becoming the best version of yourself. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is that external things don't define us. Our reactions to them do. You can't always control what happens, but you can control how you choose to respond. This shift in mindset is powerful because it puts the responsibility and the power back in your hands. No more blaming circumstances or other people for your unhappiness. No more feeling like life is something that happens to you. You are in control. You have the ability to shape your own destiny, starting with your thoughts and actions. As you begin this journey, remember that it's okay to stumble. It's okay to fall short. What matters is that you keep moving forward, that you keep striving to be better, day by day, moment by moment. Stoicism teaches that progress is more important than perfection. Each step you take toward mastering your emotions, aligning with your values, and building resilience is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. There will be days when it feels hard, when life throws you curveballs and you feel like giving up. But those are the days when Stoicism becomes your greatest ally. Those are the moments when you can tap into the wisdom of this philosophy to remind yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle, more resilient than any setback. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep going. Becoming a better person is not about changing who you are at your core. It's about uncovering the potential that already exists within you. It's about nurturing the qualities that lead to a life of fulfillment, purpose, and peace. And it's about doing so with intention, clarity, and a deep commitment to your own growth. As you explore the teachings of Stoicism, you'll find that they offer practical tools for everyday life, tools that can help you navigate everything from personal relationships to career challenges. But more than that, Stoicism offers a way of seeing the world that brings meaning to every moment, every experience. It reminds us that life is not about what happens to us, but about how we choose to live in response to it. This journey is yours to take. It's not about becoming someone else, but about becoming more of who you truly are. Stoicism will guide you along the way, offering wisdom, strength, and clarity. All you need to do is take that first step, knowing that each small change you make brings you closer to a life filled with purpose, peace, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Now that we've laid the foundation for what it truly means to embark on the path of becoming a better person, let's dive deeper into the heart of Stoicism, living according to your values. This is where transformation begins. Your values are more than words, more than ideals. They are the essence of who you are, the compass guiding your actions and decisions. When your life aligns with these core principles, you feel a sense of integrity that can't be shaken, a strength that grows from knowing you're living in harmony with your truest self. But here's the challenge. Living by your values isn't always easy. Life will test you. There will be moments when doing the right thing feels inconvenient, uncomfortable, or even painful. And yet, Stoicism teaches that these very moments are opportunities to practice courage, to strengthen your character, and to stay true to who you are. In a world that often pressures us to conform, to fit in, it takes great strength to hold on to your values. Stoicism reminds us that personal growth comes from this very act of resistance against the tides of external influence. Each time you choose your values over convenience, you become a little more resilient, a little more rooted in your own integrity. And that, in turn, paves the way for becoming a better person, someone who lives authentically, regardless of external circumstances. Living according to your values starts with understanding what they truly are. So often, people rush through life without ever pausing to reflect on what truly matters to them. They make decisions based on habit or on what others expect. Stoicism invites us to slow down and take stock of our core principles. What do you stand for? What do you refuse to compromise on? It's only by answering these questions that you can begin to build a life that aligns with your deepest convictions. This process of self-reflection is crucial. It's about stripping away the noise, the distractions, and tuning into the things that give your life meaning. Once you understand your values, the next step is to ensure your actions align with them. Stoicism teaches that your actions are the truest reflection of your values. It's easy to talk about integrity, kindness, and patience, but these principles only come to life through what you do, especially when no one is watching. It's in the quiet, often unnoticed moments that true character is revealed. Maybe it's choosing honesty even when a small lie would make things easier. Perhaps it's showing kindness when no one expects it, or practicing patience in situations where frustration would be justified. These are the moments that shape you, the moments that define who you truly are. Stoicism encourages you to view each choice, each action, as a chance to align more closely with your values. When you live in alignment with your values, something powerful happens. You experience a profound sense of peace. This isn't the fleeting happiness that comes from external achievements or material possessions. It's a deep internal contentment, knowing that no matter what the world throws at you, you are living authentically. This peace can't be shaken by circumstances because it's rooted in something far more stable, your character. Living in this way also simplifies life. When your values are clear, decisions become easier. You no longer have to second-guess yourself or worry about what others will think. Your values become your guide, your North Star, directing you toward what truly matters. This clarity allows you to move through life with purpose and direction, rather than being swayed by fleeting desires or external pressures. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is that the only thing you truly control is yourself, your thoughts, your actions, your choices. This realization is both empowering and liberating. It means that no matter what happens externally, you can always choose to live according to your values. You can always choose integrity, even when faced with difficulty. This focus on personal responsibility is central to Stoicism. It's easy to blame circumstances or other people for your challenges, but Stoicism calls you to take full responsibility for your life. This isn't about self-blame, but rather about recognizing your power. You have the ability to control how you respond to any situation, and in doing so, you shape your character. By taking ownership of your actions, you gain the freedom to live authentically. You stop being a victim of external forces and start living as the author of your own life. This shift in perspective is transformative. It allows you to approach life with a sense of agency, knowing that every decision you make is an opportunity to align more closely with your values. However, this path is not without its challenges. There will be moments when it feels easier to abandon your values, to take the easy road, to give in to external pressures. In those moments, Stoicism encourages you to focus on the long term, To remember that true fulfillment comes from living in alignment with your values, not from temporary convenience. There's a quiet strength that comes from choosing your values over ease. It's a strength that builds over time, a resilience that becomes a part of who you are. Each time you choose integrity, each time you align your actions with your principles, you become a little stronger, a little more grounded in who you are. This strength is not loud or showy. It's the kind of strength that sustains you through life's ups and downs. It's a strength that gives you the courage to face challenges with grace, knowing that you are rooted in something deeper than external circumstances. This is the strength of character that Stoicism teaches, the strength that comes from living according to your values. When you live this way, you not only transform yourself, but you also impact the people around you. Integrity is contagious. When others see you living authentically, it inspires them to do the same. Your actions become a ripple that spreads outward, influencing your relationships, your community, and even the world. Living according to your values also builds trust. People trust those who are consistent, who live with integrity. They know that you will act according to your principles, even when it's difficult. This trust strengthens your relationships and creates deeper, more meaningful connections. But perhaps the greatest benefit of living in alignment with your values is the sense of self-respect it brings. When you know that you are living authentically, that you are staying true to who you are, you develop a deep sense of respect for yourself. This self-respect is invaluable. It forms the foundation of your self-esteem and confidence, allowing you to move through the world with a quiet assurance. This kind of self-respect can't be given to you by others. It comes from within, from knowing that you are living a life of integrity. It's a respect that remains, even when things don't go as planned, even when you face criticism or setbacks. Because it's based on your values, it's unshakable. This doesn't mean that living according to your values is always easy. There will be times when it feels challenging, when the world seems to be pushing you in a different direction. In those moments, Stoicism encourages you to stay the course, to remember that your values are your foundation, your guiding light. It's in these challenging moments that growth happens. Each time you choose to live according to your values, even when it's difficult, you become a little stronger, a little more resilient. You develop the kind of inner strength that can only come from facing challenges with integrity. And as you grow, you begin to see the impact of living authentically. You notice how your relationships deepen, how your sense of purpose becomes clearer, how your life becomes more meaningful. This is the true reward of living according to your values. Not external success, but the deep, internal fulfillment that comes from knowing you are living a life of integrity. This fulfillment is available to anyone willing to put in the work. It's not about perfection, but about progress. It's about making small, intentional choices every day that align with your values, knowing that each choice brings you closer to the person you want to be. The path to becoming a better person starts with your values. When you live in alignment with them, you unlock a life of purpose, peace, and fulfillment. You develop a sense of inner strength that carries you through life's challenges, a strength that comes from knowing you are living authentically, guided by what truly matters to you. Stoicism teaches that this is the key to personal growth, the key to becoming the best version of yourself. It's not about changing who you are, but about becoming more of who you truly are, about aligning your actions with your deepest values and living a life of integrity. This is the path to true fulfillment, the path to becoming a better person. As you continue to build a life aligned with your values, a deeper challenge begins to reveal itself. Living with integrity requires more than just knowing your values. It demands emotional control. Life will constantly throw situations at you that test your patience, your resolve, and your ability to stay calm under pressure. The key to maintaining your values in these moments is mastering your emotions. Without that control, even the strongest values can waver, and decisions made in emotional turmoil can pull you away from the path of personal growth. Stoicism teaches that while emotions are a natural part of life, they don't have to control us. The Stoic approach to mastering emotional control starts with understanding the difference between what is within our control and what isn't. So often, we get swept away by emotions because we focus on things we can't change, other people's actions, external events, or outcomes that aren't in our hands. This misplaced focus leads to frustration, anger, and anxiety, making it nearly impossible to remain calm. The Stoics emphasize that the first step toward emotional mastery is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity or indifference. It means recognizing the limits of your influence and letting go of the need to control what you cannot. This shift in focus allows you to center your energy on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and reactions. This is where true emotional control begins. When you start to focus inward, you realize that your emotions are not a fixed part of you. They are reactions that arise in response to your thoughts and beliefs. For instance, anger often comes from the belief that things should be different than they are. But by examining that belief, you can begin to loosen the grip of anger. Stoicism encourages you to question the stories you tell yourself about how the world should be. And in doing so, you find that many of your emotional reactions are based on assumptions, not reality. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It's about understanding them, observing them, and ultimately choosing how to respond. Emotions like anger, fear, and frustration are often signals that something within us needs attention. But instead of letting those emotions take over, Stoicism teaches you to pause, reflect, and then act in a way that aligns with your values. This ability to pause before reacting is at the core of emotional control. In moments of emotional intensity, Stoics encourage the practice of distancing yourself from the emotion. This doesn't mean ignoring how you feel, but rather stepping back mentally and observing the emotion as though you are watching it from the outside. This simple shift in perspective creates space between you and the emotion, allowing you to respond from a place of clarity rather than impulsiveness. It's in this space that you find the power to choose your reaction rather than letting the emotion dictate your behavior. Another Stoic practice for mastering emotional control is reframing situations. Often, our emotional reactions come from seeing a situation as a threat or injustice. Stoicism teaches that we have the power to change how we view events. What may seem like a setback can be seen as an opportunity for growth. What feels like an insult can be viewed as a chance to practice patience and forgiveness. By changing the way you interpret events, you can dramatically alter your emotional response. This doesn't mean ignoring difficult feelings or pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's about recognizing that your perception shapes your reality. The way you choose to interpret a situation influences how you feel about it. Stoicism encourages you to constantly ask yourself, is there another way to view this? Is this really as bad as it seems, or am I letting my emotions cloud my judgment? These questions help create the mental distance needed to stay calm and composed. One of the great challenges of emotional control is staying calm when others around you are not. The world is full of people who act out of anger, frustration, and fear, and it's easy to get caught up in their emotions. But Stoicism teaches that your inner peace does not need to be disturbed by the chaos of others. Just because someone else is angry doesn't mean you need to match their anger. You have the choice to remain grounded, to stay in control of your own emotions, regardless of how others behave. This level of emotional control requires practice. It's not something that happens overnight. Stoicism encourages you to view each emotionally charged situation as an opportunity to strengthen your ability to stay calm and balanced. Every time you choose not to react impulsively, you build emotional resilience, and over time, you'll find that the things that used to trigger you no longer have the same power over your emotions. At the heart of Stoic emotional control is the practice of mindfulness. Stoics were, in many ways, early advocates of mindfulness, encouraging individuals to stay present in the moment and to observe their thoughts without judgment. When you are fully present, you are less likely to get lost in emotional spirals or to react out of habit. You can see your thoughts and feelings clearly, and from that place of clarity, you can choose your response. This practice of mindfulness also extends to reflecting on your day. Stoicism encourages self-reflection as a way to understand your emotional triggers and to learn from your experiences. At the end of each day, you can ask yourself, what situations stirred my emotions today? How did I respond? Could I have handled it differently? This kind of reflection helps you grow in emotional control over time, turning each day into an opportunity for personal development. While emotional control might sound like a distant ideal, it's important to remember that small steps lead to big changes. Each time you choose to pause instead of reacting, each time you shift your perspective on a situation, you are training your mind to respond with calmness and clarity. Over time, these small moments of control add up, creating a life that is less reactive and more intentional. Stoicism doesn't ask you to be emotionless. In fact, it recognizes that emotions are a natural part of the human experience. What it offers is a way to engage with your emotions in a healthier, more balanced way. Instead of being swept away by anger or anxiety, you learn to ride the waves of emotion, staying steady and grounded no matter what comes your way. This steady approach to emotions creates a sense of inner peace that extends into all areas of your life. You become less affected by external events, less likely to be thrown off course by the ups and downs of life. Instead, you move through life with a calm confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it with grace and resilience. There's a quiet power in emotional control. It's the kind of power that doesn't need to prove itself or dominate others. Instead, it radiates from within, creating a sense of peace and stability that others can feel. When you are in control of your emotions, you become a source of calm in a world that is often chaotic. This calmness doesn't mean indifference. It's possible to be both calm and passionate, both composed and engaged. Stoicism teaches that emotional control allows you to act with greater purpose. Instead of being driven by fleeting feelings, you can channel your emotions into actions that align with your values and contribute to your growth. There will always be situations that test your emotional control, whether it's a difficult conversation, an unexpected challenge, or the stress of daily life. These moments are opportunities to practice. And each time you practice, you strengthen your ability to stay calm, to stay in control, and to live according to your values. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes from within. When you are no longer a slave to your emotions, when you can remain balanced and composed no matter what life throws your way, you experience a sense of liberation that few people ever attain. This inner freedom allows you to navigate life with a sense of purpose, clarity, and peace. It's important to remember that mastering emotional control is a lifelong journey. There will be moments when you stumble, when your emotions get the better of you. But Stoicism encourages you not to see these moments as failures, but as opportunities to learn and grow. Each time you reflect on your emotional reactions, you gain insight into yourself, insight that helps you make better choices in the future. This journey toward emotional mastery is deeply personal. It requires honesty with yourself, a willingness to look at your emotions and your reactions with clarity. But as you do this work, you begin to see the power you have to shape your own life. You realize that emotional control is not about denying your feelings, but about choosing how to engage with them in a way that aligns with your highest self. Stoicism gives you the tools to navigate your emotions with wisdom and grace. It teaches that your emotions don't have to control you, that you can remain calm, composed and rational even in the most challenging situations. This ability to master your emotions is one of the most powerful steps you can take on the path to becoming a better person. It allows you to live with integrity, to stay true to your values, and to face life's challenges with strength and resilience. By mastering your emotions, you create a foundation of peace within yourself that cannot be shaken by external events. You become a person who moves through life with purpose, confidence and calm, no matter what challenges arise. And that is the true essence of emotional control, the ability to remain grounded, to act with intention, and to live in harmony with your values. As we build emotional control and learn to stay calm in the face of life's challenges, we begin to see an even deeper truth unfolding. The responsibility for how we react, how we grow, and how we live is entirely in our hands. Stoicism teaches that one of the most transformative steps you can take in life is accepting full responsibility for your actions. This simple yet profound shift is not just about owning up to mistakes. It's about understanding that everything you do, every decision you make, shapes your character and your future. Taking responsibility for your actions can be difficult, especially in a world where it's easy to point fingers and place blame elsewhere. But Stoicism teaches that when you accept full accountability for your choices, you take control of your life. This is the moment when true empowerment begins. No longer a victim of circumstances or external influences, you start to recognize the immense power you hold to shape your destiny. Responsibility means acknowledging that you are the author of your own story. It means understanding that your current situation, whatever it may be, is a result of your past actions and decisions. This can be a humbling realization, but it's also incredibly liberating. When you accept that your actions have led you to where you are, you also realize that new actions can lead you to where you want to be. Stoicism teaches that taking responsibility is not about guilt or self-blame. It's about empowerment. Blame keeps you stuck, waiting for external factors to change. Responsibility frees you, giving you the tools to make changes and take steps toward growth. When you stop waiting for others to fix your problems and begin to take action yourself, you step into a new level of personal power. This shift in mindset is transformative. It changes the way you approach challenges, relationships, and even your own personal growth. You stop seeing yourself as at the mercy of life's events and instead start seeing every situation as an opportunity for learning and improvement. Responsibility means that every mistake becomes a lesson, every setback becomes a stepping stone, and every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. Taking responsibility also means acknowledging that you are not perfect and that you will make mistakes. Stoicism teaches that mistakes are a natural part of life, but what matters most is how you respond to them. When you take responsibility for your errors, you open the door to growth. You stop fearing failure because you understand that it's not the failure itself that defines you, but how you choose to rise from it. Owning your actions requires humility. It means recognizing that you are always learning and evolving. Stoicism encourages you to approach life with a mindset of continuous improvement, knowing that each day presents new opportunities to grow. When you take responsibility for your actions, you no longer fear criticism because you understand that feedback is an essential part of the journey toward becoming a better person. Responsibility also extends to how you treat others. Your relationships are a reflection of your actions, and when you take full ownership of how you interact with others, those relationships begin to flourish. Stoicism teaches that we are all interconnected, and taking responsibility for your role in those connections is key to building meaningful and lasting bonds. In any conflict or disagreement, it's easy to focus on what the other person did wrong, but Stoicism encourages you to look inward first. What role did you play in the situation? How could you have acted differently? By taking responsibility for your part, you diffuse tension and create space for resolution. This approach not only strengthens relationships, but also fosters personal growth. The power of responsibility lies in its ability to create change. When you take responsibility for your actions, you no longer waste energy complaining about things beyond your control. Instead, you focus on what you can do to improve the situation. This shift in focus brings clarity and direction, helping you move forward with purpose. Taking responsibility also helps you build trust. People respect those who are accountable for their actions, who don't make excuses or shift blame. When you consistently take responsibility, others know they can rely on you to act with integrity, and this trust strengthens your connections, both personally and professionally. When you embrace responsibility, you also begin to let go of resentment. Blame and resentment are heavy burdens, and they keep you trapped in a cycle of negativity. Stoicism teaches that responsibility is the antidote to resentment, because it shifts the focus from what others have done to what you can do. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but it means reclaiming your power by focusing on your own actions. At the heart of taking responsibility is the understanding that you control how you respond to every situation. No matter what happens, you have the power to choose your reaction. This knowledge is incredibly freeing because it means that no one else can dictate your happiness or success. Only you can. Taking responsibility doesn't mean carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. It means recognizing what is within your control and focusing your energy there. When you stop trying to control things that are out of your hands, you release a tremendous amount of stress and anxiety. Stoicism teaches that peace comes from accepting what you cannot change and taking responsibility for what you can. As you start to take responsibility for your actions, you'll notice a shift in how you view challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable problems, you begin to see them as opportunities to exercise your power of choice. Every challenge becomes a test of your ability to act with integrity, and each time you choose to take responsibility, you grow stronger. This approach to life fosters resilience. When you take responsibility, you no longer feel helpless in the face of adversity. You understand that while you can't always control what happens, you can control how you respond. This mindset builds inner strength and helps you navigate life's difficulties with grace. Responsibility also fosters a sense of ownership over your life's direction. When you take full accountability for your actions, you stop waiting for circumstances to change and start taking steps to create the life you want. This proactive approach puts you in the driver's seat of your own life, guiding you toward your goals with purpose and clarity. One of the most powerful aspects of taking responsibility is how it transforms your mindset. You stop seeing problems as external forces working against you and start seeing them as opportunities for personal growth. This shift allows you to approach life with curiosity and a willingness to learn from every experience. Taking responsibility doesn't mean taking on everything by yourself. Stoicism teaches the value of community and the importance of relying on others when needed. But even when you seek help, Taking responsibility means being clear about your role in the situation and being willing to do your part. As you continue to take responsibility for your actions, you'll notice that your sense of self-worth increases. There is a deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you are in control of your own life. When you stop blaming others and start taking ownership of your choices, you build a sense of confidence and self-respect. This confidence is not based on external achievements or validation from others. It comes from within, from knowing that you are living in alignment with your values and taking responsibility for your own growth. This internal confidence is unshakable because it's rooted in your character, not in the opinions or actions of others. Responsibility also brings with it a sense of freedom. When you stop blaming others or external circumstances for your situation, you free yourself from the emotional chains of anger, frustration, and resentment. You realize that you are in control of your own happiness, and this realization allows you to move through life with a sense of peace and empowerment. One of the most profound lessons in taking responsibility is that it's never too late to start. No matter where you are in life, no matter what mistakes you've made in the past, you always have the power to take responsibility for your future. This understanding allows you to approach life with a sense of hope and possibility. When you take responsibility for your actions, you also develop a deeper sense of empathy. You realize that everyone is navigating their own challenges and that mistakes are part of the human experience. This empathy allows you to approach others with compassion rather than judgment, strengthening your relationships and fostering a sense of connection. Taking responsibility for your actions is not about achieving perfection. It's about growth, about constantly striving to be better than you were yesterday. Stoicism teaches that personal growth comes from consistently taking responsibility for your actions, learning from your mistakes, and making better choices each day. This ongoing process of self-improvement creates a sense of momentum in your life. Each time you take responsibility, you move closer to becoming the person you want to be. And as you grow, you inspire those around you to do the same. Responsibility, like integrity, is contagious. One of the greatest gifts of taking responsibility is the sense of peace it brings. When you take ownership of your actions, you no longer feel weighed down by guilt or regret. You understand that mistakes are part of the journey, and that what matters most is how you choose to move forward. As you continue to practice responsibility, you'll find that your life becomes more intentional. You stop drifting through life, reacting to circumstances, and start making deliberate choices that align with your values and goals. This sense of purpose gives your life meaning and direction. Taking responsibility is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It requires courage, humility, and a commitment to personal growth. But as you embrace responsibility, you'll discover that it transforms every aspect of your life, from your relationships to your sense of self-worth, to your overall happiness. This transformation begins with a single choice, the choice to take responsibility for your actions. It's a choice that can be made in every moment, with every decision. And with each choice, you move closer to becoming the person you were meant to be, someone who lives with integrity, purpose, and strength. As we continue to take full responsibility for our actions, we begin to notice something transformative. Life itself shifts when you realize that even in the midst of challenges, there is so much to be grateful for. Stoicism teaches that gratitude isn't just about saying thank you for the obvious blessings. It's about cultivating a mindset that finds value in every experience, no matter how small. When you can do this, you unlock a deeper, more lasting form of happiness. Gratitude is more than just a feeling. It is a practice, a way of seeing the world that shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. This practice requires mindfulness, a deliberate awareness of the present moment and the countless little things that we often overlook. Life's simple joys, a meal with loved ones, a quiet moment in nature, the sound of laughter, are always around us. Stoicism teaches that by focusing on these small moments, we begin to cultivate a deep sense of appreciation for life as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. Many people wait for something grand to happen before they feel grateful, but Stoicism encourages us to find beauty in the mundane. When you train your mind to recognize the small pleasures of life, you begin to experience a profound sense of fulfillment. This doesn't mean you ignore life's difficulties or challenges. Rather, it means you learn to balance them with a deep appreciation for the good that is always present, no matter how subtle. Practicing gratitude shifts your perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance. It's easy to get caught up in what's missing, whether it's material possessions, relationships, or opportunities. But Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes not from having more, but from appreciating what you already have. When you practice gratitude, you begin to see that you have enough, that life is full of blessings if you take the time to notice them. This shift in perspective has a powerful effect on your overall sense of well-being. Gratitude reduces stress, lowers anxiety, and helps you maintain a positive outlook, even in difficult times. It's not about pretending everything is perfect, but about recognizing that, despite the imperfections, there is still so much to be thankful for. This mindset helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. Gratitude also deepens your connection to others. When you take time to appreciate the people in your life, you strengthen your relationships. Stoicism reminds us that human connections are one of the greatest sources of joy, and by expressing gratitude for the presence of loved ones, we create bonds that are built on mutual appreciation and respect. There's a quiet power in acknowledging the kindness of others. Whether it's a friend's support during tough times, a colleague's assistance at work, or even a stranger's simple gesture of goodwill, recognizing these moments of kindness fosters a sense of interconnectedness. Gratitude reminds us that we are never truly alone, and that life's richness is often found in our relationships with others. Gratitude doesn't just benefit your relationships with others, it also improves your relationship with yourself. By practicing gratitude, you begin to let go of the harsh self-criticism that many of us carry. You stop focusing on your perceived shortcomings and start recognizing your own strengths and growth. This shift allows you to treat yourself with more compassion and kindness, which in turn supports your personal development. The Stoics understood that gratitude is a choice. In any given moment, you can choose to focus on what's wrong, or you can choose to focus on what's right. This choice is within your control, and it has the power to transform your entire outlook on life. When you consistently choose gratitude, you train your mind to look for the good, even in difficult situations. Gratitude also fosters humility. It reminds you that much of what you have, whether it's material wealth, relationships, or opportunities, is not solely the result of your own efforts. It's a result of the support and kindness of others, of circumstances beyond your control, and of the sheer randomness of life. This awareness helps you stay grounded and prevents you from falling into the trap of entitlement. Practicing gratitude is especially powerful in moments of hardship. Stoicism teaches that life is filled with both joy and suffering, and it's how we respond to these experiences that defines us. In times of difficulty, gratitude can serve as an anchor, helping you stay connected to the aspects of life that bring you peace and happiness, even when things are tough. When you're going through a challenging time, it can be easy to get lost in negative thoughts and feelings. But Stoicism encourages you to pause and reflect on what is still good, what is still working, what is still beautiful. This simple act of reflection can shift your emotional state and give you the strength to face adversity with a clearer mind and a more open heart. Gratitude also encourages resilience. By focusing on the positive aspects of life, even in difficult times, you build emotional strength. You become more capable of handling challenges because you're not overwhelmed by negativity. Instead, you're grounded in an appreciation for life's blessings, no matter how small they may seem in the moment. This practice of gratitude doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on your face, the joy of a good conversation, or the comfort of a cozy bed, these small moments of appreciation add up. Over time, they create a mindset that is rooted in thankfulness, and this mindset shapes how you experience the world. Gratitude also helps you stay present. So often, we get caught up in worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. But gratitude brings you back to the present moment, to the here and now. It reminds you that life is happening right now, and that there is beauty to be found in this very moment if you take the time to notice it. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is that we don't control what happens to us, but we do control how we respond. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to respond to life's ups and downs. It allows you to stay focused on what is good, what is working, and what you can appreciate, even when things aren't going the way you'd like. This practice of gratitude also fosters a sense of peace. When you're constantly chasing after what you don't have, you create a sense of lack and dissatisfaction. But when you focus on what you do have, on the simple joys that are already present in your life, you create a sense of contentment and fulfillment. This inner peace is one of the greatest gifts that gratitude can offer. Gratitude also helps you navigate life's uncertainties. The Stoics taught that the future is unpredictable and that we should focus on what we can control. By practicing gratitude, you learn to find stability in the present moment, rather than worrying about what may or may not happen in the future. This allows you to move through life with greater ease and less anxiety. In a world that often prioritizes more success, more possessions, more achievements, Stoicism reminds us that true fulfillment comes from appreciating what we already have. Gratitude helps you break free from the constant cycle of wanting and needing, and instead, it encourages you to find joy in the simplicity of life. By cultivating gratitude, you also develop a sense of abundance. You begin to see that life is full of gifts, both big and small. This mindset of abundance shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's plentiful, creating a deeper sense of satisfaction and happiness. Gratitude also encourages generosity. When you appreciate the abundance in your own life, you naturally want to share it with others. Whether it's offering your time, your resources, or simply a kind word, practicing gratitude opens your heart to giving. And in giving, you experience even more joy and fulfillment. One of the most profound effects of gratitude is how it deepens your appreciation for life itself. Stoicism teaches that life is fleeting and that every moment is a gift. By practicing gratitude, you become more attuned to the beauty of life's impermanence. You begin to cherish the present moment, knowing that it won't last forever. This awareness of life's fleeting nature also helps you let go of attachments. Gratitude teaches you to appreciate things as they are, without needing to cling to them. You learn to enjoy life's moments fully, knowing that they are temporary, and this allows you to move through life with a sense of freedom and peace. As you cultivate gratitude, you'll notice that it becomes easier to find joy in the little things. Whether it's a cup of coffee in the morning, a kind gesture from a friend, or a quiet moment of reflection, these small joys add up. They create a sense of richness in your life, a richness that isn't dependent on external circumstances, but is rooted in your own mindset. Gratitude also helps you develop a sense of contentment with who you are. Instead of constantly striving to be someone else or to achieve more, you begin to appreciate your own journey, your own growth. You recognize that you are enough, just as you are, and this self-acceptance brings a deep sense of peace. In the practice of gratitude, you also cultivate patience. When you're focused on what you have rather than what you lack, you develop the patience to wait for life's gifts to unfold in their own time. This patience allows you to move through life with greater ease and less frustration, trusting that everything will happen when it's meant to. Gratitude also fosters resilience. When you're grounded in appreciation, you're better able to handle life's challenges because you're not defined by them. Instead, you're anchored in a deep sense of gratitude for the things that bring you joy and peace, and this mindset helps you weather life's storms with strength and grace. As you continue to cultivate gratitude, you'll notice that it becomes a natural part of your daily life. You'll find yourself appreciating the little things without even trying, and this mindset of thankfulness will shape how you experience the world. Gratitude becomes not just a practice, but a way of being. This way of being brings with it a deep sense of happiness, not the fleeting happiness that comes from external achievements, but the lasting happiness that comes from within. Stoicism teaches that this kind of happiness is available to all of us, if we choose to cultivate it through gratitude and appreciation for life's simple joys. As you embrace gratitude and begin to appreciate the simple joys in life, another key Stoic virtue starts to emerge: patience. The practice of gratitude teaches you to slow down and recognize the value of the present moment, and this naturally leads to a deeper understanding of patience. Patience is often underestimated in its ability to transform relationships, but Stoicism shows us that it is one of the most powerful tools we can develop to cultivate stronger connections with others. Patience allows you to navigate life's complexities with grace, especially when it comes to relationships. Whether it's with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, every relationship is tested by moments of tension and misunderstanding. Without patience, these moments can lead to frustration, anger, or even the breakdown of relationships. But with patience, you create space for understanding, for forgiveness, and for growth. Stoicism teaches that this virtue is not just about waiting, but about waiting well, about enduring challenges without losing your sense of peace and balance. In the heat of a disagreement or a misunderstanding, patience helps you pause before reacting. Instead of responding with frustration or defensiveness, patience allows you to take a step back and consider the other person's perspective. This small pause can be the difference between escalating a conflict and resolving it peacefully. When you practice patience, you give yourself the gift of clarity. You're no longer caught up in the intensity of the moment, but instead, you can approach the situation with calmness and a willingness to listen. Listening is a fundamental part of patience. So often, people rush to speak, to defend themselves, or to make their point without fully hearing the other person. Patience teaches you to slow down and truly listen. It helps you understand that communication is not just about speaking, it's about hearing, about understanding the other person's needs, feelings, and point of view. This deep listening strengthens relationships because it fosters mutual respect and trust. When others feel heard, they are more likely to open up, to share, and to connect with you on a deeper level. Patience also helps you navigate the imperfections in others. No one is perfect, and relationships often challenge us with misunderstandings, disagreements, and moments of frustration. Without patience, it's easy to become critical, to expect others to change or behave exactly as you want. But Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control others, only ourselves. Patience allows you to accept others as they are, with all their flaws and complexities, without demanding that they change to fit your expectations. This acceptance creates space for compassion. Patience and compassion go hand in hand. When you are patient, you allow yourself to see beyond someone's mistakes or shortcomings. You begin to understand that everyone is doing the best they can with the knowledge, experiences, and emotions they have at any given moment. This perspective not only softens your reactions, but also deepens your empathy, allowing you to approach others with kindness rather than judgment. Patience also fosters forgiveness. In every relationship, there will be moments of hurt or disappointment. It's easy to hold on to grudges or to feel justified in your anger. But patience teaches you that holding on to resentment only harms yourself. When you practice patience, you give yourself the time and space needed to heal, to process your emotions, and ultimately, to forgive. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but it means letting go of the desire for revenge or retribution. Forgiveness is a powerful act of emotional freedom, and it starts with the patience to work through your feelings. Through patience, you also develop a sense of humility. Relationships can sometimes bring out the ego, the need to be right, or the desire to win an argument. But Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in letting go of the ego. Patience helps you do this by reminding you that relationships are not competitions. They are partnerships built on mutual respect and understanding. By practicing patience, you allow yourself to step back, to listen more, and to let go of the need to always have the last word. Another powerful aspect of patience is its ability to foster resilience in relationships. All relationships go through difficult times, and without patience, these challenges can lead to frustration and conflict. But with patience, you can weather these storms with grace. You understand that not every moment will be perfect, that there will be ups and downs, but that the strength of a relationship is built over time through endurance and understanding. Patience gives you the resilience to stay committed, to work through difficulties, and to emerge stronger on the other side. Patience also cultivates trust. When you are patient with others, they feel safe around you. They know that they can make mistakes, express their true feelings, or take their time without fear of judgment or frustration. This trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. People need to feel that they are valued for who they are, not just for how quickly they meet your expectations. Patience communicates this value, and it helps build the trust that allows relationships to thrive. Stoicism teaches that patience is not just about waiting for things to change. It's about being at peace with how things are in the present moment. This mindset allows you to approach relationships with a sense of calmness, rather than a constant need for things to be different. When you practice patience, you let go of the pressure to rush things, whether it's the pace of a relationship's growth or someone else's personal development. This creates a sense of ease and flow in your connections with others, making the relationship feel more natural and less forced. Another way patience strengthens relationships is by reducing misunderstandings. When you react impulsively or speak without thinking, misunderstandings often occur. But patience gives you the time to think before you speak, to choose your words carefully, and to consider how your actions might be perceived by the other person. This thoughtful approach to communication reduces the likelihood of misinterpretation and helps keep the lines of communication clear and respectful. Patience is also a powerful tool for resolving conflicts. In the heat of an argument, emotions can run high, and it's easy to say things you don't mean or to react in ways that escalate the situation. But patience allows you to take a step back, to let the emotions settle before responding. This calm response can de-escalate tension and open the door for productive conversations where both parties feel heard and respected. In moments of conflict, patience also gives you the ability to see the bigger picture. Instead of getting caught up in the details of the argument, you can take a step back and ask yourself what really matters in the long run. Often, the things we argue about are small compared to the value of the relationship itself. Patience helps you keep perspective, allowing you to prioritize the relationship over the need to be right. Practicing patience also helps you develop self-control. In relationships, it's easy to let emotions take over, especially when you feel hurt or misunderstood. But patience gives you the space to control your emotional responses, to choose how you want to react, rather than letting your emotions dictate your actions. This self-control strengthens your relationships because it prevents unnecessary outbursts or emotional reactions that can harm the connection. Patience isn't just about dealing with others, it's also about being patient with yourself. Stoicism teaches that personal growth takes time and that you won't always get things right the first time. This is especially true in relationships, where you may struggle with communication, conflict resolution, or emotional vulnerability. Being patient with yourself as you navigate these challenges allows you to grow without the burden of perfectionism. It gives you the grace to make mistakes and the time to learn from them. In relationships, patience also fosters emotional intimacy. When you are patient, you allow others to open up at their own pace. Not everyone is comfortable sharing their feelings right away, and forcing someone to open up before they're ready can create tension. Patience communicates that you are willing to wait, to create a safe space where the other person feels comfortable being vulnerable. This deepens the emotional connection and builds a foundation of trust and understanding. Patience also encourages gratitude in relationships. When you slow down and appreciate the other person for who they are, rather than focusing on what they could change or improve, you cultivate a sense of gratitude for the relationship itself. This gratitude strengthens the bond because it shifts the focus from what's lacking to what's present, from criticism to appreciation. Through the practice of patience, you also develop a greater capacity for love. Love is not always easy. It requires endurance, understanding, and forgiveness. Patience gives you the tools to love deeply, without the need for constant validation or perfection. It allows you to love others for who they are, in all their complexity, without rushing them to meet your expectations. Stoicism teaches that patience is not passive. It's an active choice to remain calm, centered, and focused, even when things don't go as planned. In relationships, this active patience creates a sense of stability and security. The other person knows that you are committed to the relationship, that you are willing to endure difficult times, and that you will not give up when things get tough. Patience also strengthens your emotional resilience. When you practice patience, you learn to tolerate discomfort, uncertainty, and frustration without letting these emotions control your behavior. This resilience is essential in relationships, where challenges and misunderstandings are inevitable. With patience, you develop the emotional strength to handle these difficulties with grace and understanding. Over time, the practice of patience helps you become more present in your relationships. You stop rushing through conversations or looking for quick solutions to problems. Instead, you become fully engaged with the other person, giving them your full attention and presence. This presence deepens the connection and allows the relationship to grow in a natural and meaningful way. Patience also fosters a sense of peace in relationships. When you let go of the need to control the pace or outcome of the relationship, you create space for things to unfold naturally. This peace allows both parties to relax and enjoy the relationship for what it is, rather than constantly striving for what it could be. Finally, patience helps you build stronger relationships by cultivating a sense of long-term commitment. Stoicism teaches that lasting relationships are built over time through consistent effort and understanding. Patience allows you to stay committed to the relationship, even when things are difficult, knowing that true connection takes time and cannot be rushed. In this way, patience becomes the foundation upon which strong, enduring relationships are built. As patience strengthens your relationships and builds deeper connections, another crucial Stoic virtue quietly fuels your personal growth: self-discipline. Patience teaches you to slow down and understand others, but self-discipline teaches you to master yourself. It is the foundation of any lasting personal transformation. Without self-discipline, the best intentions, the most profound insights, and the strongest values remain unfulfilled. It is self-discipline that turns dreams into actions and intentions into reality. Self-discipline is the practice of controlling your impulses, emotions, and behaviors to stay aligned with your long-term goals and values. It's not about restriction or harshness. It's about choosing what serves your growth over fleeting pleasures or distractions. When you master self-discipline, you create a powerful sense of control over your life. You are no longer swayed by momentary desires or external pressures. Instead, you act in alignment with your purpose. At its core, self-discipline is about consistency. It's easy to make a decision to improve your life or to set goals, but without discipline, these decisions fade quickly in the face of temptation or difficulty. Practicing self-discipline means showing up for yourself every day, even when motivation is low or the path is challenging. This consistency builds resilience and strength over time, helping you achieve goals that once seemed out of reach. Self-discipline also fosters a sense of freedom. While it may seem paradoxical, controlling your impulses actually liberates you from the chaos of constantly reacting to external circumstances. Instead of being a slave to your desires or distractions, you gain the freedom to choose your path consciously. This freedom allows you to pursue what truly matters, rather than being pulled in different directions by fleeting impulses. Practicing self-discipline requires clarity of purpose. You need to understand what you want to achieve and why it matters to you. Without a clear purpose, self-discipline can feel like a burden rather than a tool for growth. But when you are connected to your deeper values and goals, discipline becomes a pathway to fulfillment. It allows you to make choices that align with the person you want to become. Self-discipline also strengthens your ability to delay gratification. In a world that promotes instant results and quick fixes, the ability to wait for something more meaningful is rare but essential. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes from long-term growth, not from chasing short-term pleasures. By practicing self-discipline, you develop the patience to work toward meaningful goals, knowing that the rewards of persistence far outweigh the temporary satisfaction of giving in to distractions. This ability to delay gratification builds emotional resilience. When you practice self-discipline, you become better at managing your emotions and impulses. You learn to tolerate discomfort in the present for the sake of a better future. This emotional resilience helps you stay grounded in difficult times, knowing that you have the strength to push through challenges and continue on your path. Self-discipline also helps you break free from bad habits. Many of the behaviors that hold us back, whether it's procrastination, overindulgence, or negative thinking, are fueled by a lack of discipline. By practicing self-discipline, you can interrupt these patterns and replace them with habits that serve your growth. This process requires patience and persistence, but over time, it leads to lasting change. The practice of self-discipline is also deeply empowering. When you realize that you have the ability to control your actions and choices, you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances. Instead, you recognize that you have the power to shape your life. This sense of empowerment fuels further growth, as you become more confident in your ability to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Self-discipline also cultivates a sense of responsibility. When you commit to personal growth, you take responsibility for your own success. You stop waiting for external factors to change or for others to give you what you need. Instead, you take ownership of your journey, knowing that your progress depends on your actions and decisions. This sense of responsibility creates a powerful internal drive. When you know that your success is in your hands, you become more motivated to stay disciplined. You stop looking for excuses and start finding solutions. This mindset shift allows you to approach challenges with a sense of determination and resourcefulness, rather than feeling overwhelmed or defeated. Practicing self-discipline also helps you build integrity. When you commit to doing something, whether it's a small daily habit or a long-term goal, self-discipline ensures that you follow through on your promises. This consistency between your words and actions strengthens your integrity and builds trust, both with yourself and with others. Integrity, in turn, creates a deep sense of self-respect. When you know that you can rely on yourself to do what you say you will do, you build a sense of confidence and inner strength. This self-respect is not based on external achievements, but on the knowledge that you are living in alignment with your values and goals. Self-discipline also fosters a sense of balance. While it's important to work hard and stay focused on your goals, discipline also teaches you the importance of rest and recovery. True discipline is not about pushing yourself to the point of burnout. It's about maintaining a healthy balance between effort and self-care. By practicing discipline, you learn to listen to your body and mind, knowing when to push forward and when to take a step back. This balance is essential for long-term success. Without it, the pursuit of goals can lead to exhaustion or frustration. But with self-discipline, you create a sustainable approach to growth, one that allows you to make steady progress without sacrificing your well-being. This balance ensures that you can continue on your path of personal growth for years to come. Self-discipline also strengthens your ability to focus. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to concentrate on what truly matters is a rare and valuable skill. Discipline helps you tune out the noise and stay focused on your priorities. This focus allows you to make the most of your time and energy, ensuring that your efforts are aligned with your long-term goals. As you practice self-discipline, you also develop a greater sense of self-awareness. You become more attuned to your own habits, triggers, and patterns of behavior. This awareness allows you to make conscious choices rather than acting out of habit or impulse. By understanding yourself more deeply, you can identify the areas where you need to practice more discipline and make intentional changes. This process of self-awareness also helps you stay adaptable. Life is constantly changing, and sometimes your goals or circumstances may shift. Self-discipline allows you to stay flexible in your approach while remaining committed to your larger purpose. When challenges arise, you have the discipline to adjust your plans and keep moving forward, rather than being thrown off course by unexpected obstacles. Through self-discipline, you also develop a sense of persistence. Success rarely comes overnight, and the ability to keep going in the face of setbacks is essential for long-term growth. Discipline teaches you that setbacks are not failures. They are opportunities to learn and improve. With each challenge you overcome, you build the mental toughness needed to achieve your goals. This persistence is not just about enduring hardship, it's about actively seeking out opportunities for growth. Self-discipline encourages you to push beyond your comfort zone, to take on challenges that stretch your abilities and expand your potential. Over time, this willingness to embrace discomfort leads to profound personal development. Practicing self-discipline also helps you manage your time more effectively. When you are disciplined, you prioritize your tasks and focus on what's most important. This helps you avoid the distractions and procrastination that can derail your progress. By managing your time well, you create more space for personal growth and achievement. Self-discipline also teaches you the value of patience. Personal growth is not a quick process. It requires time, effort, and persistence. Discipline helps you stay committed to your goals, even when progress feels slow. This patience allows you to stay focused on the bigger picture, knowing that each small step brings you closer to your ultimate vision. Through the practice of self-discipline, you also cultivate a sense of resilience. Life will inevitably throw challenges and setbacks your way, but discipline helps you bounce back from these difficulties with strength and determination. This resilience allows you to stay committed to your goals, no matter what obstacles you face. Self-discipline also fosters a sense of self-reliance. When you practice discipline, you learn to trust yourself and your own abilities. You stop relying on external validation or motivation, and instead find the strength within yourself to keep moving forward. This self-reliance is empowering and allows you to take full ownership of your personal growth. As you continue to practice self-discipline, you also develop a deeper sense of purpose. Discipline helps you stay focused on your long-term goals, even when distractions or temptations arise. This focus allows you to make decisions that align with your purpose, rather than being swayed by momentary desires or external influences. This sense of purpose gives your life meaning and direction. When you know what you are working toward, self-discipline becomes a tool for achieving your vision. It helps you stay committed to the path of personal growth, even when the journey is challenging. Self-discipline also strengthens your ability to handle stress. When you are disciplined, you are better able to manage your time, energy, and emotions, which helps reduce the overwhelm that often comes with stress. Discipline allows you to stay organized and focused, even in the face of high-pressure situations. Through self-discipline, you also develop a sense of accountability. You take responsibility for your actions and decisions, knowing that your success depends on your own efforts. This accountability helps you stay motivated and committed to your goals, even when things get difficult. Self-discipline also fosters a sense of pride in your achievements. When you work hard and stay disciplined, you earn the satisfaction that comes from knowing you gave your best effort. This sense of pride is deeply fulfilling and motivates you to continue pursuing your goals with dedication and determination. In the end, self-discipline is the foundation of personal growth. It gives you the tools to overcome challenges, achieve your goals, and become the person you want to be. Through the consistent practice of discipline, you unlock your full potential and create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. As you continue to strengthen your self-discipline, a powerful shift begins to take place. The more you practice control over your actions and desires, the more you realize that true growth comes not just from mastering yourself, but also from releasing the grip of the ego. While self-discipline drives you forward, letting go of ego and embracing humility allows you to truly evolve. Humility is the doorway to a deeper kind of personal growth, one rooted in compassion, understanding, and a clear sense of who you are in relation to the world around you. Letting go of ego is a challenging but essential process in the Stoic journey. Ego, with its constant need for validation, approval, and superiority, often clouds judgment and leads to unnecessary suffering. When driven by ego, it's easy to become defensive, competitive, or resentful when things don't go your way. Stoicism teaches that growth requires releasing the need for constant affirmation and instead embracing a mindset of humility. Humility is not about devaluing yourself. but about understanding your place in the larger scheme of things. Humility starts with recognizing that you are a part of something much larger than yourself. It's about seeing the interconnectedness of all people and understanding that you are not above or below anyone. Stoicism emphasizes that we all face the same challenges: pain, hardship, uncertainty, and that no one is exempt from the struggles of life. By embracing this truth, humility naturally begins to take root. You stop placing yourself at the center of every situation and instead start viewing yourself as part of a larger collective. Letting go of ego allows you to approach life with a sense of openness and curiosity. When you're not constantly focused on protecting your sense of self-importance, you become more open to new perspectives, ideas, and ways of being. Humility encourages you to listen more deeply, to learn from others, and to recognize that you don't have all the answers. This openness leads to greater wisdom because it allows you to see the world without the filters of pride or defensiveness. Humility also fosters compassion. When you let go of ego, you stop viewing others as competitors or threats to your self-worth. Instead, you begin to see them as fellow travelers on the same journey, each facing their own struggles and challenges. This shift in perspective creates space for empathy and understanding, which strengthens your relationships and deepens your connection to others. One of the greatest barriers to growth is the ego's desire to be right. When driven by ego, it's easy to get caught up in arguments or conflicts, needing to prove your point or defend your perspective. But humility teaches you that being right is not as important as being open. It allows you to let go of the need to win and instead focus on understanding and resolving conflicts with grace. Letting go of ego also helps you become more adaptable. When you're not constantly concerned with protecting your pride, you become more willing to accept feedback, learn from mistakes, and make changes where necessary. This flexibility is essential for personal growth because it allows you to evolve in response to new challenges and experiences. Ego, on the other hand, keeps you rigid and resistant to change. Humility also brings a sense of peace. Ego often leads to anxiety, as it constantly seeks external validation and fears being exposed as inadequate. But when you release the need for approval and accept yourself as you are, flaws and all, you experience a profound sense of inner calm. You stop chasing the impossible goal of perfection and instead embrace the beauty of being human, with all its messiness and imperfection. Letting go of ego also helps you build deeper and more meaningful relationships. When you approach others with humility, you create space for true connection. You're no longer trying to impress or dominate, but instead, you're showing up as your authentic self, with a genuine desire to understand and support others. This authenticity fosters trust, which is the foundation of any strong relationship. Humility also allows you to see your own limitations more clearly. Ego often blinds us to our weaknesses, making it difficult to acknowledge where we need to grow or improve. But when you embrace humility, you develop the courage to face your flaws head-on. This self-awareness is a key part of personal growth because it allows you to make the necessary changes to become the best version of yourself. One of the most liberating aspects of humility is that it frees you from the burden of constantly proving yourself. When you let go of ego, you no longer feel the need to compete or compare yourself to others. You recognize that your worth is not determined by external achievements or the opinions of others. This sense of inner security allows you to move through life with confidence and ease, knowing that you are enough as you are. Letting go of ego also helps you develop patience. Ego often pushes for immediate results, seeking quick wins and validation. But humility teaches you that growth is a gradual process, one that requires time, effort, and perseverance. This patience allows you to stay focused on your long-term goals without getting discouraged by setbacks or challenges along the way. Humility also cultivates gratitude. When you let go of ego, you stop focusing on what you don't have or what you feel entitled to. Instead, you start appreciating the many blessings in your life, both big and small. This sense of gratitude creates a positive feedback loop where the more grateful you are, the more content and fulfilled you feel. Letting go of ego also helps you become a better leader. Whether in your personal life or professional world, humility allows you to lead with empathy and understanding rather than control or dominance. When you're not driven by the need to assert your superiority, you create space for others to contribute and grow. This kind of leadership fosters collaboration and empowers those around you to bring their best selves to the table. Humility also encourages a mindset of service. When ego is no longer at the forefront, you begin to see the value in helping others. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes not from self-centered pursuits, but from contributing to the greater good. Humility shifts your focus from "what can I get?" to "how can I help?" This mindset leads to a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction in life. Letting go of ego also makes you more resilient. Ego is fragile. It crumbles at the slightest criticism or failure. But humility allows you to face setbacks with grace and strength. When you're not constantly trying to protect your pride, you can view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your self-worth. This resilience helps you bounce back from difficulties and keep moving forward on your path. Humility also fosters a sense of contentment. Ego is never satisfied. It always wants more, whether it's more success, more recognition, or more possessions. But when you let go of ego, you learn to appreciate what you have in the present moment. This sense of contentment brings a deep sense of peace and fulfillment as you stop chasing after things that ultimately don't bring lasting happiness. Letting go of ego also helps you develop a sense of humor about yourself. Ego takes everything seriously, especially when it comes to your own image or reputation. But humility allows you to laugh at your mistakes and imperfections. This lightheartedness helps you stay grounded and prevents you from getting too caught up in the ups and downs of life. Humility also strengthens your ability to collaborate with others. Ego often leads to power struggles or conflicts in group settings as people compete for recognition or control. But humility fosters cooperation and teamwork as it allows you to prioritize the collective good over your own individual desires. This collaborative mindset leads to more harmonious and effective relationships, both personally and professionally. Letting go of ego also helps you develop a greater sense of empathy. When you're not focused on protecting your own image or status, you become more attuned to the needs and feelings of others. This empathy allows you to connect with people on a deeper level and to offer support and compassion when they need it most. Humility also allows you to embrace the idea that you don't have all the answers. Ego often drives people to act like they know everything, even when they don't. But humility teaches you to stay curious and open to learning from others. This mindset leads to greater wisdom as you're constantly seeking new insights and perspectives rather than clinging to your own beliefs or opinions. Letting go of ego also helps you become more adaptable. When you're not rigidly attached to your own ideas or ways of doing things, you become more open to change and innovation. This adaptability is essential for personal growth, as it allows you to evolve in response to new challenges and opportunities. Humility also helps you develop a sense of gratitude for the people who have helped you along the way. Ego often leads to a sense of self-sufficiency, where you believe that all your success is solely the result of your own efforts. But humility reminds you that no one achieves anything alone. By acknowledging the support and guidance of others, you foster a deeper sense of gratitude and connection. Letting go of ego also helps you become a better listener. Ego often drives people to talk more than they listen, as they seek to assert their opinions or prove their worth. But humility allows you to listen with an open mind and heart, without needing to dominate the conversation. This deep listening strengthens your relationships and helps you gain new perspectives. Humility also helps you stay grounded in the face of success. When you achieve something significant, ego may tempt you to bask in your accomplishments or seek validation from others. But humility keeps you focused on the bigger picture. It reminds you that success is not an endpoint, but a step along the journey of growth. This mindset keeps you motivated to continue learning and improving. Letting go of ego also helps you deal with criticism more effectively. Ego often reacts defensively to criticism, viewing it as a personal attack. But humility allows you to accept feedback with grace and an open mind. You recognize that criticism is an opportunity for growth, not a threat to your self-worth. This mindset helps you learn from your mistakes and continue improving. In the end, letting go of ego and embracing humility is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward personal growth. It allows you to see the world with greater clarity, to connect with others on a deeper level, and to move through life with a sense of peace and purpose. Humility frees you from the constant need for validation and approval, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, living with integrity, compassion, and wisdom. As you embrace humility and let go of ego, a new kind of strength emerges, the strength to face life's challenges with resilience. Humility gives you the ability to see yourself clearly and recognize your place in the world, but it is resilience that allows you to rise in the face of adversity. Stoicism teaches that obstacles are not something to be feared or avoided. They are opportunities for growth, for discovering the depths of your inner strength. When you face adversity with resilience, you don't just survive, you thrive. Resilience begins with a mindset shift. Instead of seeing challenges as burdens or punishments, Stoicism encourages you to view them as essential parts of life that test and strengthen your character. The obstacles you encounter are not barriers to your success. They are the very conditions that forge your ability to succeed. With each challenge, you are given the opportunity to grow wiser, stronger, and more capable. This understanding transforms adversity from something to dread into something to embrace. At the core of resilience is the Stoic belief in controlling what you can and accepting what you cannot. Many people waste their energy fighting against things beyond their control, whether it's other people's actions, unexpected events, or outcomes that didn't go as planned. Resilience is about focusing on what you can control, your actions, your mindset, and your response to difficulties. This shift in focus empowers you to face challenges with clarity and strength, knowing that while you can't control everything, you can control how you rise to meet the challenge. Resilience also requires emotional strength. Adversity often triggers intense emotions, fear, frustration, disappointment, but Stoicism teaches that while you cannot avoid these feelings, you don't have to be ruled by them. Resilience comes from learning to experience emotions without letting them dictate your actions. It's about acknowledging your feelings, understanding their source, and then choosing to respond with courage and composure. This emotional mastery is what allows you to remain grounded, even in the midst of chaos. When you build resilience, you develop the ability to recover quickly from setbacks. Life is filled with moments where things don't go as planned, failed projects, broken relationships, missed opportunities. Without resilience, these setbacks can feel overwhelming, as if they define you or your future. But resilience teaches you that failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone to something greater. Each setback is an opportunity to reflect, learn, and come back stronger. Resilience gives you the confidence to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble. Another key aspect of resilience is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much you plan, unexpected events will occur. Resilience allows you to adjust to changing circumstances without losing your sense of direction. When things don't go as expected, you can adapt, find new solutions, and continue pursuing your goals. This flexibility is essential for long-term success because it prevents you from being derailed by temporary setbacks. Stoicism teaches that resilience also requires endurance. Not every challenge can be solved quickly or easily. Some difficulties are long and grueling, requiring sustained effort over time. Resilience is the ability to stay committed to your path, even when the road is tough. It's about pushing through discomfort, fatigue, and doubt, knowing that the strength you build along the way will carry you through. This endurance is what separates those who give up from those who grow stronger with each challenge. Resilience also comes from a deep sense of purpose. When you are connected to your why, the reason behind your efforts, it becomes easier to face challenges with strength and determination. Stoicism teaches that having a clear sense of purpose gives meaning to your struggles, transforming them from mere obstacles into essential steps on your journey. This sense of purpose provides you with the motivation and resilience to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Building resilience also involves developing patience. In a world that often demands quick results, Stoicism reminds us that real growth takes time. Resilience is not about rushing to overcome every obstacle. It's about staying the course, even when progress is slow. Patience allows you to remain focused on your long-term goals, trusting that each small step forward is bringing you closer to where you want to be. This patience helps you face adversity with calmness rather than frustration. Resilience is deeply tied to self-belief. When you trust in your own abilities, you are more likely to face challenges with courage and strength. Stoicism encourages you to cultivate this inner confidence, not by relying on external validation or success, but by consistently showing up for yourself. Each time you face a challenge with resilience, you reinforce your belief in your own strength. Over time, this self-belief becomes unshakable, allowing you to approach even the toughest situations with unwavering confidence. Another critical aspect of resilience is perspective. When you're in the middle of a difficult situation, it can be easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. Stoicism teaches that perspective is everything. No matter how challenging a situation may seem in the moment, it is only one part of your larger journey. Resilience comes from being able to step back and view the situation from a broader perspective, recognizing that even the hardest moments are temporary and that you have the strength to overcome them. Resilience also involves accepting that adversity is inevitable. No matter how much you try to avoid it, challenges will come. But instead of fearing them, resilience helps you prepare for them. Stoicism teaches that you should expect difficulties and be ready to face them head-on. This mindset not only helps you stay calm in the face of adversity, but also allows you to approach challenges with a sense of readiness rather than being caught off guard. In facing adversity, resilience teaches you to focus on solutions rather than problems. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of negativity when things go wrong, but resilience helps you shift your mindset toward finding solutions. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, you start looking for ways to move forward. This proactive approach gives you the strength to overcome obstacles, knowing that every challenge can be met with creativity and determination. Resilience also teaches you to embrace uncertainty. Life is full of unknowns, and trying to control every aspect of your future is impossible. Resilience helps you become comfortable with uncertainty, trusting that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. This sense of trust in yourself and in the process allows you to face the unknown with confidence rather than fear. Building resilience also helps you develop a growth mindset. Instead of seeing adversity as something to avoid, you begin to view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Each challenge becomes a chance to test your abilities, to stretch beyond your comfort zone, and to discover new strengths. This mindset shift allows you to approach life with curiosity and a willingness to embrace whatever comes your way. Resilience is also about accepting responsibility for your own journey. When you face challenges, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming external factors or waiting for others to fix the problem. But Stoicism teaches that true resilience comes from taking ownership of your situation. You recognize that while you may not have control over the adversity itself, you do have control over how you respond. This sense of responsibility empowers you to take action and create your own path forward. Resilience is also closely linked to hope. Even in the darkest moments, resilience allows you to hold on to the belief that things will get better. This hope is not blind optimism, but a deep-rooted belief in your own ability to overcome challenges. Stoicism teaches that no matter how difficult the situation, there is always a way forward. This hope fuels your resilience, giving you the strength to keep going, even when the path is unclear. One of the most important aspects of resilience is learning to let go of what you cannot control. Many people waste time and energy trying to change things that are beyond their influence, which only leads to frustration and despair. Resilience teaches you to focus on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. By letting go of what you can't change, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and can channel your energy into what truly matters. Resilience also helps you build a sense of gratitude. Even in the midst of challenges, resilience allows you to find moments of gratitude. You begin to appreciate the lessons that adversity teaches you and the strength it brings out in you. This sense of gratitude helps you stay positive and focused, even when the road is difficult. Another key component of resilience is the ability to learn from failure. Stoicism teaches that failure is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced as part of the learning process. Each time you fail, you gain valuable insights that can help you grow stronger. Resilience gives you the courage to keep trying, knowing that failure is just another step on the path to success. Building resilience also helps you develop a sense of inner peace. When you know that you have the strength to face whatever comes your way, you no longer live in fear of the unknown. This peace comes from trusting in your own resilience, knowing that no matter what happens, you have the ability to rise above it. This inner peace allows you to move through life with confidence and calm. Resilience is also about developing mental toughness. Life will inevitably test your mental and emotional strength, but resilience allows you to stay strong in the face of adversity. This toughness is not about suppressing emotions or pretending that challenges don't affect you. It's about acknowledging the difficulty and choosing to persevere anyway. Over time, this mental toughness becomes one of your greatest assets, helping you navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. As you continue to build resilience, you also develop a deeper sense of self-awareness. Each challenge you face teaches you something new about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your capacity for growth. This self-awareness allows you to approach future challenges with greater confidence, knowing that you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. Resilience also teaches you the importance of community. While Stoicism emphasizes individual strength, it also recognizes the value of leaning on others in times of need. Resilience is not about facing challenges alone. It's about knowing when to ask for help and when to offer support to others. This sense of community strengthens your resilience as you realize that you are not facing adversity in isolation. Ultimately, resilience is about growth. Every challenge you face has the potential to make you stronger, wiser, and more capable. Stoicism teaches that adversity is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced as part of the journey. With each challenge, you have the opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Resilience is the key to unlocking this growth, giving you the strength to face adversity with courage, wisdom, and grace. Through resilience, you learn that no matter how difficult the road may be, you have the strength to keep moving forward. You discover that adversity is not the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter in your journey. Resilience gives you the power to turn obstacles into opportunities, to transform challenges into growth, and to face life with unwavering courage. As you develop resilience and face adversity with strength, another vital lesson emerges from the Stoic philosophy: the power of kindness and compassion. While resilience helps you to stand firm in the face of challenges, Stoicism teaches that true strength is not just about enduring, it's about reaching out to others with kindness. Stoic wisdom shows us that compassion is not a weakness, but a powerful force that can transform not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. Kindness begins with understanding the common struggles of humanity. Stoicism emphasizes that everyone is facing their own battles, whether visible or hidden. Recognizing this shared experience helps you to soften your judgments and approach others with empathy. When you understand that others are fighting their own difficulties, it becomes easier to offer kindness, knowing that we are all navigating the same unpredictable world. Compassion, in the Stoic sense, is rooted in connection. The Stoics believed that we are all part of the same human community, bound together by our shared experiences and challenges. Practicing compassion is about acknowledging this connection and responding to others not as strangers, but as fellow human beings. This shift in perspective creates a deep sense of solidarity, which is the foundation of true kindness. When you practice kindness, you are not only benefiting others, but you are also cultivating inner peace. Stoicism teaches that kindness brings clarity of mind, as it removes the noise of anger, judgment, and resentment. By responding to others with compassion, you free yourself from the negative emotions that often cloud your thinking. This emotional clarity allows you to navigate life with a sense of calmness and purpose. Compassion is also closely tied to humility. When you let go of ego, as Stoicism encourages, you create space for kindness to flourish. Ego often drives people to prioritize their own needs and desires, but humility reminds you that others' needs are just as important as your own. By embracing humility, you become more attuned to the well-being of those around you, and your actions naturally become more compassionate. Practicing kindness also deepens your relationships. Stoicism teaches that human connection is one of the greatest sources of joy in life. When you show kindness to others, you strengthen the bonds of trust, respect, and mutual care. These relationships, built on compassion, become a source of support during difficult times and a foundation for personal growth. Kindness, in the Stoic sense, is not about grand gestures or self-sacrifice. It's about small, consistent actions that reflect your values. A kind word, a helping hand, or a moment of understanding can have a profound impact on others. Stoicism teaches that these small acts of kindness are the building blocks of a meaningful and fulfilling life. Stoicism also encourages you to practice kindness even when it's not easy. It's simple to be kind when things are going well, but the true test of compassion is how you treat others in times of stress, conflict, or disagreement. Stoicism teaches that kindness is a choice you can make in every situation, no matter how challenging. By choosing compassion over anger or frustration, you strengthen your character and contribute to a more peaceful world. Compassion also requires patience. Often, people expect immediate results from their acts of kindness, but Stoicism reminds you that true kindness is about giving without expectation. Practicing patience in your compassion means understanding that your actions may not always be acknowledged or rewarded, but knowing that they still have value. This patient approach to kindness reinforces the Stoic belief that your actions should be guided by your values, not by the need for external recognition. When you practice kindness, you also become more resilient in the face of negativity. Stoicism teaches that other people's behavior is outside your control, but your response is entirely within your power. By choosing kindness, even when others are rude or unkind, you maintain control over your own emotions and actions. This ability to respond with compassion rather than reacting with anger gives you a sense of inner strength and stability. Compassion also fosters forgiveness. Stoicism teaches that holding on to grudges or resentment only harms yourself. By practicing kindness, you learn to let go of the past and focus on healing and moving forward. Forgiveness is a powerful act of kindness, not only toward others, but toward yourself. It frees you from the emotional burden of anger and allows you to experience peace. Kindness is also a way to practice gratitude. Stoicism encourages you to appreciate the goodness in your life, and one of the most powerful ways to express this gratitude is by giving back to others. When you share kindness, you acknowledge the abundance in your own life and spread that sense of well-being to those around you. This creates a positive cycle where kindness leads to more gratitude, which in turn leads to more kindness. Practicing kindness also helps you stay grounded in the present moment. When you focus on being kind to those around you, you shift your attention away from worries about the future or regrets about the past. Stoicism teaches that the present moment is all you truly have, and kindness is a way to make the most of it. By bringing compassion into your daily interactions, you create a sense of fulfillment and purpose in the here and now. Stoicism also emphasizes that kindness is not a passive quality. It requires strength and courage. It takes courage to be kind in a world that often values competition over cooperation or cynicism over compassion. But Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in choosing kindness, even when it's difficult. By practicing compassion in the face of adversity, you show the depth of your inner strength and your commitment to living a virtuous life. Kindness also helps you break down barriers between yourself and others. Ego often creates distance as it drives people to see themselves as separate or superior to others. But compassion reminds you that we are all equal, all part of the same human experience. By practicing kindness, you break down these barriers and foster a sense of unity and understanding, both in your personal relationships and in the broader community. Practicing kindness also cultivates a sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches that a life of virtue is a life of meaning, and kindness is one of the most direct ways to live out your values. When you approach each day with the intention of being kind, you infuse your actions with purpose. This sense of purpose not only enriches your life, but also has a ripple effect, as your kindness inspires others to do the same. Kindness also enhances your emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches that peace of mind comes from aligning your actions with your values, and kindness is one of the most fulfilling ways to achieve this alignment. When you act with compassion, you experience a deep sense of satisfaction, knowing that you are contributing to the well-being of others and creating a more positive environment for yourself and those around you. Practicing kindness also helps you develop self-compassion. Stoicism teaches that you should treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you offer to others. Self-compassion allows you to acknowledge your own struggles without judgment and to offer yourself the care and support you need. This self-kindness is essential for personal growth, as it creates a foundation of self-respect and emotional resilience. Kindness is also a way to practice mindfulness. Stoicism encourages you to be fully present in each moment, and kindness is a practice that requires attention and awareness. When you are mindful of others' needs and feelings, you create the space to respond with compassion rather than reacting impulsively. This mindful approach to kindness deepens your relationships and helps you cultivate a more intentional, meaningful life. Compassion also teaches you the value of service. Stoicism reminds you that life is not just about pursuing your own goals, but also about contributing to the well-being of others. When you practice kindness, you are actively serving those around you, whether through small acts of generosity or through larger efforts to make a positive impact. This sense of service adds depth and meaning to your life. Kindness also encourages humility. When you practice compassion, you acknowledge that you are not perfect, and neither is anyone else. Stoicism teaches that we are all flawed, but it is through kindness that we can help each other grow. Humility allows you to offer kindness without expectation and to accept kindness from others without feeling undeserving. This mutual exchange of compassion creates a more connected and supportive world. Practicing kindness also strengthens your character. Stoicism teaches that virtues are developed through consistent practice, and kindness is no exception. Each time you choose to act with compassion, you reinforce this virtue within yourself. Over time, kindness becomes not just something you do, but a fundamental part of who you are. This strength of character allows you to navigate life with grace, no matter what challenges you face. Kindness also helps you cultivate patience. Stoicism teaches that people's behavior is often influenced by factors beyond your control, and kindness requires you to be patient with others, especially when they are struggling. This patience is a form of compassion, as it allows you to give others the time and space they need to grow and heal. By practicing patience, you create an environment where kindness can flourish. Compassion also fosters a sense of belonging. Stoicism teaches that we are all part of the same human community, and kindness is a way to strengthen this bond. When you practice kindness, you contribute to a sense of connection and mutual care that benefits everyone. This sense of belonging is essential for emotional well-being, as it reminds you that you are not alone on your journey. Practicing kindness also helps you overcome anger and frustration. Stoicism teaches that these negative emotions often arise when we focus too much on ourselves and our own desires. By shifting your focus to others through acts of kindness, you diffuse these emotions and replace them with feelings of compassion and understanding. This emotional shift helps you stay centered and at peace, even in difficult situations. Kindness also creates a ripple effect. Stoicism teaches that your actions have a far-reaching impact, and this is especially true of kindness. When you act with compassion, you inspire others to do the same. This ripple effect creates a more positive and supportive environment, both in your personal life and in the broader community. By practicing kindness, you become a force for good, spreading compassion wherever you go. Compassion also deepens your sense of empathy. Stoicism teaches that true understanding comes from seeing the world through others' eyes, and kindness is the first step toward this deeper empathy. When you practice compassion, you open your heart to others' experiences, and this allows you to connect with them on a deeper level. This empathy not only strengthens your relationships, but also enriches your own emotional life. Kindness is also a way to practice courage. Stoicism teaches that it takes courage to be vulnerable, to show compassion even when it's difficult. Kindness requires you to open your heart, to extend yourself to others without knowing how they will respond. But this courage is what makes kindness so powerful. It is through acts of vulnerability and compassion that you create genuine connections and foster a sense of love and understanding in the world. In the end, practicing kindness and compassion is one of the most profound ways to live out the Stoic values of wisdom, courage, and virtue. By approaching each day with a commitment to kindness, you not only improve your own life, but also contribute to the well-being of those around you. Kindness is not just a virtue to be practiced in easy times, but a strength that can guide you through every challenge, every relationship, and every opportunity for growth. As you weave kindness and compassion into your life, a deeper sense of peace begins to emerge. Yet, even the most compassionate heart can become overwhelmed if it's constantly focused on the past or worried about the future. Stoicism teaches that true happiness is found not in what has already happened or what may come, but in the present moment. When you learn to live fully in the now, you unlock the key to a more fulfilling and joyful existence. The present is where life unfolds, where choices are made, and where true contentment lies. Living in the present begins with a conscious decision to let go of the weight of the past. Stoicism reminds you that the past is beyond your control. It cannot be changed, no matter how much you dwell on it. By clinging to regrets or mistakes, you rob yourself of the opportunity to experience the richness of life as it unfolds now. Instead of allowing the past to dictate your present, Stoicism encourages you to accept it, learn from it, and move forward with clarity. At the same time, Stoicism teaches that worrying about the future is equally unproductive. While planning and preparing for the future is important, anxiety about what may or may not happen only distracts you from the here and now. The future is uncertain, and no amount of worrying can change that. Stoic wisdom urges you to focus on what you can do in this moment, because the choices you make now shape the future in ways that worrying never could. Living in the present also allows you to cultivate mindfulness. Stoicism emphasizes that true awareness comes from paying attention to the moment at hand, whether it's a conversation with a friend, a task at work, or a quiet moment of reflection. Mindfulness brings you into the fullness of life. It's about being present with all of your senses, fully engaging with the world around you. This practice not only deepens your experience of life, but also brings a sense of calm and focus that cannot be found in distraction. The present is where all of life's beauty is experienced. When you learn to stay grounded in the now, you begin to notice the small details that might otherwise pass you by. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, the taste of your favorite meal. Stoicism teaches that these simple pleasures are the essence of a fulfilling life. By appreciating the richness of each moment, you begin to find joy in the everyday, rather than constantly seeking it in the future. Living in the present also frees you from the need for constant achievement. Stoicism reminds you that life is not just about reaching goals or acquiring more. True fulfillment comes from being fully present in whatever you are doing, whether it's pursuing a career, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet moment alone. This shift in focus from doing to being allows you to experience life more deeply and with greater satisfaction. When you live in the present, you also become more resilient. Stoicism teaches that life is unpredictable, and clinging to expectations about how things should be can lead to disappointment and frustration. By staying in the moment, you become more adaptable, able to respond to whatever life brings with a sense of calm and composure. This resilience allows you to navigate challenges without losing your sense of peace. The practice of living in the present also cultivates gratitude. When you are fully engaged in the now, you begin to appreciate what you have, rather than focusing on what's missing or what might come in the future. This sense of gratitude grounds you in the richness of life as it is, helping you to see that happiness is not something to be chased. It's something that can be experienced right now. Living in the present also deepens your relationships. Stoicism teaches that being fully present with others is one of the greatest gifts you can give. When you are truly engaged in a conversation, without distractions or worries, you create a space for genuine connection. This presence builds trust and strengthens bonds, making your relationships more fulfilling and meaningful. Stoicism also encourages you to let go of perfectionism, which is often tied to future-focused thinking. When you are always striving for an ideal version of yourself or your life, you miss out on the beauty of what already exists. Living in the present means accepting yourself and your circumstances as they are, without constantly striving for something more. This acceptance brings a sense of peace and contentment that is essential for happiness. One of the most profound benefits of living in the present is the reduction of stress. Much of the stress in life comes from worrying about things that are beyond your control, whether it's the past, the future, or the actions of others. By staying focused on the now, you release yourself from the mental burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. This mental freedom brings a sense of calm that allows you to approach life with greater ease and joy. Living in the present also enhances your ability to make thoughtful decisions. Stoicism teaches that clear, rational thinking happens when you are fully focused on the moment at hand, rather than being distracted by regrets or fears. When you are present, you can assess situations with clarity and make choices that are aligned with your values and goals. This mindfulness leads to better decision-making and a more intentional life. Another powerful aspect of living in the present is that it helps you find meaning in the ordinary. Stoicism teaches that life's meaning is not found in grand achievements or extraordinary moments, but in the simple, everyday experiences that make up most of our lives. When you learn to appreciate the present, you begin to see that meaning and fulfillment are available in every moment, if only you take the time to notice them. Living in the present also helps you stay grounded during times of change. Stoicism teaches that change is an inevitable part of life, and resisting it only leads to suffering. By staying present, you learn to flow with life's changes rather than fighting against them. This flexibility allows you to adapt with grace and maintain your sense of peace, even when life takes unexpected turns. Stoicism also reminds you that living in the present is a practice. It's not something you achieve once and for all. It requires daily effort and mindfulness to bring yourself back to the moment, especially in a world that constantly pulls your attention toward the past and future. But with consistent practice, living in the present becomes second nature, and the peace and joy that come with it become a natural part of your life. Living in the present also helps you embrace your own humanity. Stoicism teaches that to be human is to experience both joy and suffering, and that both are part of the richness of life. When you are fully present, you learn to embrace the full spectrum of your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This emotional presence allows you to experience life more fully without the need to escape or suppress your feelings. Stoicism also teaches that living in the present helps you cultivate compassion, both for yourself and for others. When you are present, you are more attuned to the needs and feelings of those around you. This mindfulness allows you to respond with kindness and understanding, strengthening your relationships and deepening your sense of connection to others. Living in the present also encourages self-acceptance. Stoicism teaches that self-worth is not found in external achievements or the approval of others, but in the way you live your life in each moment. By staying present, you learn to appreciate yourself for who you are, rather than constantly striving to become something else. This self-acceptance brings a sense of peace and confidence that is essential for happiness. One of the greatest gifts of living in the present is the ability to experience joy without attachment. Stoicism teaches that everything in life is temporary: our possessions, our relationships, even our own lives. By staying present, you learn to appreciate the joy that life brings without clinging to it or fearing its loss. This non-attachment allows you to experience happiness with an open heart, knowing that it will come and go, just as all things do. Living in the present also helps you find meaning in your work. Stoicism teaches that fulfillment comes not from the outcome of your efforts, but from the effort itself. When you are fully present in your work, whether it's a simple task or a complex project, you find joy in the process. This shift in focus from results to the present moment brings a sense of purpose and satisfaction to everything you do. Another important aspect of living in the present is that it helps you let go of comparison. Stoicism teaches that comparing yourself to others is a source of unnecessary suffering, as it distracts you from your own journey. When you live in the present, you are focused on your own path, rather than worrying about how you measure up to others. This focus on your own experience brings a sense of contentment and peace. Living in the present also helps you cultivate patience. Stoicism teaches that life unfolds in its own time, and that rushing or forcing outcomes only leads to frustration. When you are present, you learn to trust the process and allow things to unfold naturally. This patience brings a sense of ease and calm, as you are no longer pushing against the flow of life. One of the most profound lessons of Stoicism is that happiness is found not in external circumstances, but in your own mind. When you live in the present, you realize that happiness is a choice, a decision to focus on the beauty and richness of the moment, rather than dwelling on what's missing or what might happen in the future. This choice to be present is the key to true and lasting happiness. Living in the present also enhances your ability to experience love. Stoicism teaches that love is not something to be possessed or controlled, but something to be experienced fully in the moment. When you are present with those you love, you create a space for deep connection and genuine intimacy. This presence allows you to experience the fullness of love without the fear of loss or the need for control. Stoicism also reminds you that living in the present is essential for personal growth. Each moment presents an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become a better version of yourself. When you are fully present, you are able to see these opportunities clearly and take advantage of them. This mindfulness leads to continuous growth and self-improvement, as you are always aware of the lessons that life is offering you. Finally, living in the present helps you cultivate a sense of wonder and awe. Stoicism teaches that life is full of beauty and mystery, but it's easy to miss these moments when you are caught up in the past or future. By staying present, you open yourself to the wonder of life as it unfolds around you. This sense of awe brings a deep sense of joy and fulfillment, reminding you that happiness is not something to be chased. It's something to be experienced right here, right now. As you embrace living fully in the present, it becomes clear that one of the greatest barriers to happiness and fulfillment is the habit of judging others. Stoicism teaches that the path to true growth lies not in comparing yourself to those around you, but in focusing entirely on your own development. By letting go of judgment and redirecting your energy inward, you free yourself from the weight of comparison and unlock the potential to become the best version of yourself. This practice is not just about bettering your life. It's about cultivating inner peace, clarity, and a deeper sense of purpose. Judging others often stems from insecurities or dissatisfaction with yourself. It can feel easier to critique others than to confront your own areas for growth. But Stoicism teaches that true strength and wisdom come from self-awareness and self-reflection. By focusing on your own journey, you become more attuned to your strengths and weaknesses, allowing for genuine personal growth. The more energy you invest in your own progress, the less need you have to measure yourself against others. Letting go of judgment requires a shift in mindset. Stoicism encourages you to see that everyone is on their own unique path, facing challenges you may not fully understand. This recognition fosters a sense of empathy and compassion, making it easier to release judgment and focus on your own development. When you stop trying to control how others live their lives, you free yourself from unnecessary frustration and distraction. By turning your attention inward, you create space for deep self-reflection. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of knowing yourself, your values, motivations, and goals. When you focus on your own growth, you become more aware of what drives you, what you need to improve, and where you can grow. This self-awareness is the foundation for meaningful change and progress. Focusing on your own growth also allows you to stay true to your values. Judgment often arises when we feel disconnected from our own principles, leading us to project our dissatisfaction onto others. But when you are clear about your values and live in alignment with them, the need to judge others fades away. You become more confident in your own path and more accepting of others' choices. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you also begin to appreciate your own unique journey. Stoicism teaches that comparison is a thief of joy, robbing you of the ability to appreciate your own accomplishments and progress. By focusing on your own growth, you learn to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and recognize the value of your efforts. This sense of self-acceptance and gratitude fosters a deep sense of fulfillment. Letting go of judgment also helps you develop a more positive mindset. Judgment is often rooted in negativity, whether it's criticism of others or dissatisfaction with yourself. But Stoicism teaches that a positive outlook is essential for personal growth. By focusing on your own development rather than tearing others down, you cultivate a mindset of growth and possibility. This positive perspective opens the door to new opportunities for learning and self-improvement. Another powerful benefit of focusing on your own growth is that it helps you build resilience. Judgment and comparison can drain your energy and leave you feeling discouraged or unworthy. But when you direct your energy toward your own progress, you develop the resilience to face challenges with strength and determination. You become less concerned with how others perceive you and more focused on your own goals and growth. As you let go of judgment, you also learn to embrace imperfection, both in yourself and in others. Stoicism teaches that no one is perfect and that mistakes and flaws are part of the human experience. By focusing on your own growth, you learn to accept your imperfections as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as reasons for self-criticism or judgment of others. This mindset shift brings a sense of peace and acceptance, both for yourself and those around you. Focusing on your own growth also encourages personal responsibility. When you stop judging others, you stop blaming them for your own dissatisfaction or shortcomings. Instead, you take full ownership of your life and your choices. Stoicism teaches that true empowerment comes from this sense of responsibility, knowing that your growth is entirely in your hands. Letting go of judgment also helps you cultivate a sense of humility. Stoicism teaches that everyone has something to learn and that no one has all the answers. By focusing on your own growth, you develop the humility to recognize that your journey is unique to you and that others are on their own path as well. This humility fosters a sense of openness and curiosity, allowing you to learn from others without feeling the need to judge or compare. When you stop judging others, you also become more present in your own life. Judgment often distracts you from what really matters, your own progress and experiences. By letting go of comparison, you bring your focus back to the present moment, where true growth happens. This presence allows you to fully engage in your own development and to appreciate the journey, rather than constantly seeking validation from others. Focusing on your own growth also strengthens your self-discipline. When you are no longer distracted by what others are doing, you have more energy and motivation to stay committed to your goals. Stoicism teaches that self-discipline is key to personal growth, and by focusing on your own progress, you build the mental toughness needed to stay on track, even when the path is difficult. Letting go of judgment also fosters a sense of self-compassion. Stoicism teaches that growth is a lifelong journey, and no one gets it right all the time. By focusing on your own development, you learn to be kinder to yourself when you make mistakes or fall short of your goals. This self-compassion allows you to keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that setbacks are just part of the process. As you stop judging others and focus on your own growth, you also develop a deeper sense of authenticity. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from living in alignment with your values, rather than trying to meet the expectations of others. When you let go of comparison, you free yourself to be who you truly are, without the need for approval or validation. This authenticity brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that can't be found in external comparisons. Focusing on your own growth also helps you cultivate patience. Personal development takes time, and it's easy to become frustrated when you don't see immediate results. But Stoicism teaches that growth is a gradual process, and by staying focused on your own journey, you learn to be patient with yourself. This patience allows you to enjoy the process of growth, rather than rushing toward an end goal. Letting go of judgment also helps you develop emotional resilience. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you become less reactive to external opinions and more grounded in your own sense of worth. Stoicism teaches that true resilience comes from within, from the ability to stay centered and focused on your own path, regardless of what others are doing. This inner strength allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. As you focus on your own growth, you also become more open to feedback and learning. Judgment often creates a barrier to growth, as it keeps you focused on others' shortcomings rather than your own opportunities for improvement. But when you let go of judgment, you become more receptive to constructive feedback and more willing to learn from others. This openness accelerates your personal development and helps you grow in ways you may not have anticipated. Focusing on your own growth also helps you build self-confidence. Stoicism teaches that true confidence comes not from external validation, but from knowing that you are making progress on your own path. When you let go of comparison, you stop seeking approval from others and start relying on your own sense of accomplishment. This self-reliance builds a deep sense of confidence that can't be shaken by external opinions. Letting go of judgment also allows you to develop a sense of gratitude for your own journey. Stoicism teaches that every experience, whether positive or negative, is an opportunity for growth. By focusing on your own progress, you learn to appreciate the challenges and lessons that have shaped you into the person you are today. This gratitude fosters a sense of contentment and fulfillment as you recognize the value of your own unique path. As you stop judging others, you also develop a greater sense of compassion. Stoicism teaches that everyone is doing their best with the knowledge and experiences they have. When you stop focusing on others' perceived flaws, you become more empathetic to their struggles and more supportive of their growth. This compassion not only strengthens your relationships, but also helps you become a more understanding and patient person. Focusing on your own growth also helps you develop a sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches that living with intention and direction is key to a fulfilling life. When you let go of judgment and comparison, you free yourself to pursue your own goals and passions without distraction. This sense of purpose gives your life meaning and direction, guiding you toward becoming the best version of yourself. Letting go of judgment also allows you to embrace change. Stoicism teaches that life is constantly evolving, and resisting change only leads to suffering. By focusing on your own growth, you become more adaptable and open to new experiences. This flexibility allows you to embrace change with curiosity and optimism rather than fear or resistance. As you focus on your own growth, you also learn to take responsibility for your own happiness. Stoicism teaches that happiness is an inside job. It's not something that can be found in external achievements or comparisons. When you let go of judgment, you realize that your happiness is within your control, and you begin to cultivate it through your own actions and choices. Focusing on your own growth also helps you develop a sense of inner peace. Stoicism teaches that peace comes from within, and when you stop comparing yourself to others, you release the internal tension that comes from trying to measure up. This inner peace allows you to move through life with a sense of calm and contentment, knowing that you are enough just as you are. Letting go of judgment also helps you cultivate a mindset of abundance. Stoicism teaches that there is enough success, happiness, and fulfillment for everyone. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you realize that their achievements do not diminish your own. This mindset shift allows you to celebrate others' successes without feeling threatened or envious, creating a more positive and supportive environment for yourself and those around you. As you focus on your own growth, you also become more aligned with your values. Stoicism teaches that living in alignment with your principles is the key to a meaningful life. By letting go of judgment, you stop being distracted by external expectations and start living according to what truly matters to you. This alignment brings a sense of clarity and purpose that guides your actions and decisions. Focusing on your own growth also helps you develop a greater sense of self-worth. Stoicism teaches that your worth is not determined by how you compare to others, but by how you live in accordance with your values. When you stop judging others, you stop seeking external validation and start recognizing your own intrinsic worth. This sense of self-worth is the foundation for true confidence and fulfillment. Letting go of judgment also allows you to cultivate a sense of joy in your own journey. Stoicism teaches that life is not about reaching a final destination, but about embracing the process of growth and learning. By focusing on your own development, you learn to find joy in the challenges, lessons, and progress that make up your unique path. This joy brings a sense of fulfillment that cannot be found in comparison or judgment. In the end, stopping judgment and focusing on your own growth is not just about improving yourself, it's about creating a life that is rooted in peace, purpose, and fulfillment. By letting go of the need to compare yourself to others, you free yourself to become the best version of who you are meant to be. As you turn inward, releasing judgment and focusing on your own growth, the path toward inner peace begins to reveal itself. In Stoicism, true peace comes from accepting what you cannot control and focusing your energy on what you can. The principle of the dichotomy of control, knowing the difference between what is within your power and what is not, is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. By embracing this idea, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and emotional turmoil, allowing inner peace to flourish. At the heart of the dichotomy of control is the understanding that most of life's events are beyond your control. The actions of others, external circumstances, and outcomes are all part of this uncontrollable realm. Stoicism teaches that trying to control these elements only leads to frustration and suffering. By accepting that you cannot change these factors, you release yourself from the emotional weight of trying to fix what is not yours to fix. This acceptance brings clarity. Once you stop focusing on the external forces you cannot control, you begin to see where your true power lies, in your thoughts, actions, and responses. Stoicism encourages you to direct your energy toward these aspects of life, the ones that are entirely within your influence. This shift in focus empowers you to take responsibility for your own happiness and well-being, rather than depending on outside factors. When you accept what you can't control, you also let go of the need for approval or validation from others. Stoicism teaches that the opinions and judgments of others are beyond your control, and allowing these external views to dictate your self-worth only creates unnecessary tension. By releasing this need for external validation, you cultivate inner peace, knowing that your worth is determined by your own actions and values, not by the opinions of others. This acceptance also helps you manage stress more effectively. Many sources of stress stem from trying to control outcomes that are beyond your reach. Whether it's worrying about the future, trying to change someone's behavior, or obsessing over situations at work, this need for control fuels anxiety. Stoicism teaches that when you let go of this need, you reduce stress and create space for calmness and clarity. Accepting what you can't control also allows you to approach life with greater flexibility. Stoicism reminds you that life is full of uncertainties and unexpected changes. Resisting these changes only leads to frustration, while acceptance allows you to adapt with grace. When you stop fighting against life's unpredictability, you open yourself to new possibilities and experiences, creating a more peaceful and fulfilling journey. This mindset also fosters resilience. When you accept that life will not always go as planned, you develop the emotional strength to handle setbacks and challenges with composure. Stoicism teaches that setbacks are part of life, and resisting them only deepens your suffering. But when you accept these challenges and focus on what you can control, your reactions and efforts, you build the resilience to face difficulties with strength and perseverance. Letting go of control also deepens your ability to live in the present. When you are constantly focused on controlling the future or dwelling on the past, you miss out on the richness of the present moment. Stoicism encourages you to stay grounded in the now, knowing that it is the only moment where you truly have influence. This presence allows you to experience life more fully and with greater peace. Accepting what you can't control also nurtures humility. Stoicism teaches that human beings are part of a larger universe and that many forces are beyond our individual power. By recognizing this, you develop a sense of humility, understanding that you are not the center of the universe. This humility frees you from the burden of trying to control everything, allowing you to move through life with more ease and acceptance. Letting go of control also helps you cultivate patience. Many frustrations arise from wanting things to happen on your own timeline, but Stoicism reminds you that the timing of events is often out of your hands. By accepting this, you develop the patience to let things unfold naturally. This patience brings a sense of peace, as you are no longer rushing or forcing outcomes, but allowing life to flow in its own time. As you practice acceptance, you also develop a deeper sense of self-trust. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control external events, you can always control how you respond to them. This awareness strengthens your trust in your own abilities to handle whatever comes your way. By focusing on your internal power, your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, you build a sense of confidence and inner peace, knowing that you have the strength to navigate life's uncertainties. This acceptance also fosters emotional balance. Many emotional upheavals come from resisting what is happening or trying to change things that are beyond your control. But when you accept life as it is, you create space for emotional equilibrium. Stoicism teaches that peace comes not from avoiding emotions, but from accepting them without letting them dominate your actions. This emotional balance helps you maintain calmness and clarity in even the most challenging situations. Accepting what you can't control also frees you from the fear of failure. Stoicism teaches that failure is often tied to outcomes that are beyond your influence. When you focus on what you can control, your effort, determination, and integrity, you free yourself from the fear of failure, knowing that the outcome is not always within your hands. This mindset shift allows you to take risks and pursue your goals with confidence, knowing that success is found in the effort, not in the result. This acceptance also helps you build more harmonious relationships. Stoicism teaches that trying to control others, whether it's their opinions, behaviors, or feelings, leads to frustration and conflict. By accepting that others are beyond your control, you create space for mutual respect and understanding. This acceptance fosters healthier, more peaceful relationships as you stop trying to change others and instead focus on how you can contribute positively to the relationship. Letting go of control also helps you cultivate compassion. Stoicism teaches that everyone is facing their own struggles, many of which are beyond their control. By accepting this, you develop greater empathy for others' challenges, knowing that they too are navigating life's uncertainties. This compassion not only strengthens your relationships, but also deepens your sense of connection to the world around you. Accepting what you can't control also brings a sense of freedom. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes not from controlling the external world, but from mastering your internal world. When you accept that much of life is beyond your control, you free yourself from the constant need to manipulate outcomes or manage others' perceptions. This freedom brings a deep sense of peace, as you are no longer weighed down by the impossible task of controlling the uncontrollable. This mindset also helps you cultivate gratitude. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control everything, you can always find something to be grateful for in the present moment. By accepting life as it is, you begin to appreciate the gifts and opportunities that are already within your reach. This gratitude brings a sense of peace and contentment as you learn to focus on what you have rather than what you cannot change. Accepting what you can't control also helps you develop a more positive outlook. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot always control external events, you can always control how you interpret them. By accepting that difficulties and challenges are part of life, you can choose to see them as opportunities for growth rather than as setbacks. This positive perspective allows you to approach life with optimism and resilience, even in the face of adversity. Letting go of control also helps you embrace uncertainty. Stoicism teaches that life is inherently uncertain, and trying to predict or control the future only leads to anxiety. By accepting this uncertainty, you learn to live with greater ease, trusting that you have the strength to face whatever comes your way. This trust in yourself and in the flow of life brings a deep sense of peace, as you are no longer burdened by the need for certainty. This acceptance also helps you stay focused on your values. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control outcomes, you can always choose to act in alignment with your principles. By focusing on your values rather than on external results, you build a life of integrity and purpose. This alignment with your values brings a sense of peace, knowing that you are living a life that is true to who you are, regardless of the circumstances around you. Accepting what you can't control also helps you develop resilience in the face of change. Stoicism teaches that change is a natural part of life, and resisting it only leads to suffering. By accepting change, you learn to adapt with grace and flexibility, rather than clinging to the past or trying to force things to stay the same. This adaptability allows you to move through life with greater ease, knowing that you have the inner strength to handle whatever changes come your way. Letting go of control also helps you find peace in the face of loss. Stoicism teaches that everything in life is temporary: relationships, possessions, even life itself. By accepting this impermanence, you learn to appreciate the present moment without clinging to it. This acceptance of loss brings a sense of peace, as you no longer fear the inevitable changes that life brings, but instead embrace them as part of the natural flow of existence. This acceptance also helps you cultivate a sense of surrender. Stoicism teaches that while you can control your actions, there are larger forces at play in the universe that are beyond your influence. By surrendering to these forces, you develop a sense of trust in the process of life. This surrender is not about giving up, but about releasing the need to control every outcome and trusting that things will unfold as they are meant to. This trust brings a deep sense of peace and freedom. Accepting what you can't control also helps you build mental clarity. Stoicism teaches that when you focus on what is within your power, you clear away the mental clutter that comes from worrying about things you cannot change. This clarity allows you to think more clearly and make better decisions, as your mind is no longer preoccupied with external distractions. This mental clarity brings a sense of peace and purpose to your life. Letting go of control also helps you cultivate joy. Stoicism teaches that joy comes not from external circumstances, but from within. By accepting what you cannot change, you free yourself from the constant pursuit of happiness in external achievements or outcomes. Instead, you learn to find joy in the present moment, in the simple pleasures of life, and in the knowledge that you are living in alignment with your values. This inner joy brings a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. This acceptance also helps you develop a deeper connection to yourself. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from knowing yourself, your strengths, your limitations, and your values. By focusing on what you can control, you develop a deeper understanding of who you are and what matters to you. This self-awareness brings a sense of peace and confidence, as you are no longer trying to be someone you're not or live up to others' expectations. Finally, accepting what you can't control allows you to cultivate a life of purpose and meaning. Stoicism teaches that purpose is found not in controlling outcomes, but in living a life of integrity, resilience, and compassion. By accepting life as it is and focusing on what you can change, your actions, your thoughts, and your responses, you create a life that is rich in meaning and fulfillment. This sense of purpose brings a profound inner peace, knowing that you are living in alignment with the deeper truths of existence. As you embrace the acceptance of what you cannot control, an unexpected sense of peace emerges. This peace is further strengthened by mental clarity, a profound tool emphasized in Stoicism. To live with purpose, resilience, and composure, mental clarity becomes essential. Achieving this clarity isn't accidental. It's the result of intentional reflection. Through Stoic reflection, you can sharpen your mind, clear away distractions, and focus on what truly matters. With this focus, you navigate life with greater understanding, calmness, and wisdom. Mental clarity begins with the practice of regular self-reflection. Stoicism teaches that to live wisely, you must consistently evaluate your thoughts, actions, and motives. By reflecting on your day, You become aware of how you responded to challenges, where you upheld your values, and where you may have faltered. This self-awareness is the first step toward clarity, as it allows you to see yourself without illusion or pretense, leading to deeper personal growth. Reflection also helps you separate what is important from what is trivial. Stoicism reminds you that much of the noise in life is unimportant, and that clarity comes from focusing on what truly matters. By taking the time to reflect on your priorities, you can discern which pursuits align with your values and which distractions can be let go. This discernment simplifies your life and frees you from the overwhelm of unnecessary concerns. Clarity also comes from understanding the patterns in your thinking. Stoic reflection encourages you to examine your thoughts with curiosity and objectivity. By doing this, you can identify recurring negative thoughts, irrational fears, or limiting beliefs that cloud your judgment. Once you recognize these patterns, you can begin to challenge and change them, creating space for clearer, more rational thinking. Through reflection, you also learn to cultivate emotional awareness. Stoicism teaches that emotions, while natural, can sometimes obscure clear thinking. By reflecting on your emotional responses, you can better understand why you react in certain ways and whether those reactions serve your higher goals. This emotional awareness allows you to respond to situations with greater composure and clarity, rather than being swept away by emotional impulses. Mental clarity also involves learning to quiet the mind. In a world filled with constant stimulation, it's easy for your mind to become cluttered with distractions and worries. Stoic reflection encourages you to regularly pause, quiet the noise, and focus on the present moment. This practice of mindfulness allows you to clear away mental clutter and bring your attention back to what is important. With a quieter mind, you can think more clearly and make decisions with greater confidence. Reflection also helps you build inner resilience. Stoicism teaches that life is filled with challenges, and it is how you respond to those challenges that determines your strength. By reflecting on past difficulties, you can learn from them, identify the lessons they offered, and approach future challenges with greater clarity and preparedness. This resilience helps you stay grounded in times of uncertainty, as you trust in your ability to face whatever comes your way. Mental clarity is also strengthened by questioning your assumptions. Stoic reflection encourages you to critically examine the beliefs and assumptions that guide your life. Are they based on truth or on societal expectations? Are they serving your growth or holding you back? By questioning these underlying beliefs, you create the opportunity to reshape your mindset and develop a clearer, more authentic approach to life. Another key aspect of developing mental clarity is practicing detachment. Stoicism teaches that much of the mental clutter comes from being overly attached to outcomes, possessions, or ideas. By reflecting on what truly matters, you can learn to let go of attachments that no longer serve you. This detachment creates space for clearer thinking and helps you stay focused on your values, rather than getting lost in the pursuit of external validation. Through reflection, you also learn to appreciate the value of simplicity. Stoicism teaches that clarity is often found in simplicity, in focusing on the essentials and letting go of the rest. By reflecting on what brings true fulfillment and meaning to your life, you can strip away the unnecessary and create space for what truly matters. This simplicity leads to greater peace of mind and a more focused, intentional life. Reflection also helps you cultivate patience. Mental clarity doesn't come overnight. It's the result of consistent practice and self-examination. By reflecting on your progress, you learn to be patient with yourself and trust in the gradual process of growth. This patience allows you to stay committed to your journey, knowing that clarity will deepen with time and effort. Mental clarity is also enhanced by focusing on the present moment. Stoic reflection teaches that the past is beyond your control and the future is uncertain. By regularly bringing your attention back to the present, you can see situations more clearly and respond with greater wisdom. This presence of mind helps you make thoughtful decisions and avoid being overwhelmed by regrets or anxieties about what's to come. Reflection also helps you develop a sense of gratitude. Stoicism teaches that much of life's suffering comes from focusing on what we lack or what we wish were different. By reflecting on what you already have, you can cultivate a sense of gratitude for the present moment. This gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you focus on the abundance in your life rather than the scarcity. This positive outlook enhances mental clarity and emotional well-being. Through reflection, you also learn to set clear intentions for your actions. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose is essential for a fulfilling life. By regularly reflecting on your goals and values, you can ensure that your actions are aligned with your intentions. This clarity of purpose helps you stay focused on what truly matters, avoiding distractions and unnecessary detours along the way. Mental clarity is also fostered by embracing uncertainty. Stoicism reminds you that much of life is beyond your control, and trying to predict or control the future only clouds your mind. By reflecting on your relationship with uncertainty, you can learn to accept it with grace. This acceptance frees your mind from the need for constant certainty and allows you to approach life with greater openness and flexibility. Reflection also helps you build mental toughness. Stoicism teaches that life's challenges are opportunities for growth, and by reflecting on how you respond to adversity, you can strengthen your mental resilience. This toughness allows you to face difficulties with clarity and composure, knowing that each challenge is shaping you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Mental clarity also comes from practicing self-compassion. Stoicism teaches that while self-discipline is important, it must be balanced with kindness toward yourself. By reflecting on your efforts and progress, you learn to recognize your own growth and forgive your shortcomings. This self-compassion fosters a sense of inner peace, allowing you to approach life with clarity and confidence. Through reflection, you also learn to embrace change. Stoicism teaches that change is an inevitable part of life, and resisting it only leads to confusion and frustration. By reflecting on your relationship with change, you can learn to accept it with clarity and adaptability. This acceptance allows you to stay grounded and focused, even when life takes unexpected turns. Mental clarity is also deepened by examining your relationships. Stoicism teaches that the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset and well-being. By reflecting on your relationships, you can assess which ones support your growth and which ones may be clouding your judgment. This awareness allows you to cultivate more positive, supportive connections that enhance your clarity and peace of mind. Reflection also helps you develop a sense of inner calm. Stoicism teaches that peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. By regularly reflecting on your inner state, you can identify sources of tension or unrest and take steps to address them. This practice of self-awareness helps you cultivate a sense of calm that allows for clearer thinking and a more balanced approach to life. Mental clarity is also strengthened by setting boundaries. Stoicism teaches that in order to live with integrity, you must set clear boundaries with others and with yourself. By reflecting on where your boundaries may need strengthening, you create the space for greater focus and clarity. These boundaries protect your energy and ensure that you stay aligned with your values and goals. Through reflection, you also learn to embrace vulnerability. Stoicism teaches that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength, as it allows you to be open and authentic in your relationships and experiences. By reflecting on where you may be resisting vulnerability, you can begin to open up and allow for deeper connections and clearer understanding. This openness leads to greater clarity, both within yourself and in your interactions with others. Mental clarity is also enhanced by practicing mindfulness in your daily life. Stoicism encourages you to be fully present in each moment, whether you are working, resting, or engaging with others. By reflecting on how often your mind drifts to distractions or worries, you can bring your attention back to the present. This mindfulness creates space for clearer thinking and a more focused approach to life. Reflection also helps you develop a sense of balance. Stoicism teaches that a fulfilling life is one that balances work, rest, and relationships. By reflecting on how you spend your time and energy, you can identify areas where you may be out of balance and make adjustments. This balance brings a sense of harmony and clarity to your life, allowing you to focus on what truly matters without feeling overwhelmed. Mental clarity is also fostered by practicing forgiveness. Stoicism teaches that holding on to grudges or resentment clouds your judgment and creates inner turmoil. By reflecting on where you may be holding on to past hurts, you can begin the process of letting go and forgiving. This forgiveness frees your mind from the weight of the past and allows for greater clarity and peace in the present. Through reflection, you also learn to trust your intuition. Stoicism teaches that while logic and reason are important, your intuition also plays a valuable role in decision-making. By reflecting on past decisions and how your intuition guided you, you can learn to trust this inner wisdom more deeply. This trust in yourself enhances your clarity and confidence, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Mental clarity is also strengthened by focusing on solutions rather than problems. Stoicism teaches that it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of negativity, focusing on what's wrong rather than what can be done. By reflecting on how you approach challenges, you can shift your mindset toward finding solutions. This proactive approach brings greater clarity and empowers you to take positive action. Reflection also helps you cultivate humility. Stoicism teaches that true wisdom comes from recognizing that there is always more to learn. By reflecting on your experiences, you can see where you have grown and where you still have room for improvement. This humility fosters a sense of openness and curiosity, allowing for deeper learning and greater clarity. Mental clarity is also deepened by embracing stillness. In a world filled with constant motion, it's easy for your mind to become overstimulated and cluttered. Stoic reflection encourages you to seek moments of stillness, whether through meditation, nature, or quiet reflection. These moments of stillness allow your mind to reset and clear away the distractions that cloud your thinking. With a quieter mind, you can approach life with greater focus and clarity. Finally, mental clarity is about aligning your actions with your values. Stoicism teaches that clarity comes from living in accordance with your principles rather than being swayed by external pressures or expectations. By regularly reflecting on your actions and ensuring that they align with your values, you create a life of integrity and purpose. This alignment brings a profound sense of clarity and peace, as you know that you are living in a way that is true to who you are. As you refine your mental clarity through Stoic reflection, the next crucial virtue comes into focus: courage. Stoicism teaches that clarity of mind is vital, but without the strength to act on that clarity, your wisdom remains powerless. Courage is the driving force that turns understanding into action. It's the ability to stand firm in your beliefs, even when faced with fear, doubt, or opposition. Courage allows you to live authentically, to follow your values in a world that may challenge or question them. This virtue is not about fearlessness, but about moving forward despite the fear. Courage in Stoicism is deeply connected to integrity. It requires standing by your principles, even when doing so is difficult. In a world full of pressure to conform or compromise, courage becomes the force that keeps you aligned with your values. It's not about seeking conflict or proving yourself, but about staying true to what you believe is right, regardless of external influence. This type of courage builds inner strength, allowing you to live without regret or self-doubt, knowing you acted with integrity. At the heart of Stoic courage is the acceptance of uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome is futile. Stoicism teaches that courage involves stepping into the unknown with trust in yourself and your principles. This acceptance of uncertainty frees you from the paralyzing fear of what might happen and allows you to act decisively, knowing that while you can't control the results, you can control your commitment to doing what is right. Courage also manifests in your willingness to face discomfort and hardship. Stoicism reminds you that challenges are inevitable, but they are also opportunities to strengthen your character. Avoiding discomfort may seem like the easier path, but it leads to stagnation and weakness. True courage is found in embracing hardship, not as something to be feared, but as a tool for growth. Each challenge becomes a test of your resolve, and with each test, your courage deepens. Standing firm in your beliefs also requires emotional courage. It's one thing to face external challenges, but another to confront the emotions that arise within. Stoicism teaches that courage means not being ruled by your emotions, whether they are fear, anger, or insecurity. Instead, you acknowledge these feelings, but do not let them dictate your actions. This emotional strength allows you to maintain clarity and composure, even in the face of inner turmoil. Courage is also about resilience in the face of failure. Stoicism teaches that failure is not something to be avoided, but embraced as part of the process of growth. When you have the courage to fail, you open yourself to learning and improvement. Each failure becomes a stepping stone toward success, rather than a reason to give up. Courage gives you the strength to persist, knowing that the journey is more important than the outcome. In Stoicism, courage also involves standing up for others. It's not enough to live according to your own values. True courage requires you to support justice and fairness for those around you. This might mean speaking out against wrongs or standing beside someone who is struggling. Courage in this sense is not self-centered, but extends outward, guided by compassion and a commitment to the greater good. Courage also plays a role in self-discipline. Stoicism teaches that self-discipline is essential for personal growth, but it takes courage to consistently choose the harder, more virtuous path. Whether it's resisting temptation, staying committed to a goal, or practicing restraint in difficult situations, courage gives you the strength to stay disciplined. This discipline, in turn, strengthens your character and reinforces your ability to live according to your values. Courage in Stoicism also means being willing to face criticism or misunderstanding. Standing firm in your beliefs may not always be popular, and there will be times when others question or criticize your choices. But Stoicism teaches that external opinions are beyond your control, and your worth is not determined by others' judgments. Courage allows you to face this criticism without wavering, knowing that your actions are aligned with your principles, regardless of how they are perceived. Courage also involves vulnerability. Stoicism teaches that showing vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It takes courage to be open about your struggles, to ask for help when needed, and to admit when you've made mistakes. This type of courage fosters deeper connections with others and creates an environment of trust and honesty. By being vulnerable, you show that courage is not about being invincible, but about being real and human. Courage is also required to confront your own ego. Stoicism reminds you that ego can lead you astray, pushing you to act out of pride or a need for recognition rather than out of virtue. It takes courage to check your ego, to act humbly, and to admit when you don't have all the answers. This humility is a form of strength, as it keeps you grounded in your values rather than distracted by external validation. In Stoicism, courage also involves taking responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame circumstances or other people for your difficulties, but true courage means owning your actions and decisions. This responsibility empowers you, as it reminds you that while you can't control everything, you do have control over how you respond to life's challenges. This sense of ownership strengthens your resolve and your ability to navigate life with purpose. Courage also plays a role in maintaining inner peace. Stoicism teaches that peace comes not from avoiding difficulties, but from facing them with clarity and strength. It takes courage to remain calm in the face of adversity, to not let fear or anger disrupt your peace of mind. This inner courage helps you stay centered even when the world around you is chaotic. It's about finding peace within yourself, rather than depending on external circumstances to provide it. In moments of moral conflict, courage guides you to make tough decisions. Stoicism emphasizes that sometimes the right choice is not the easiest one. Whether it's standing up for what is just, even when it's unpopular, or making a personal sacrifice for the sake of integrity, courage gives you the strength to choose the harder path. These difficult decisions build your character and deepen your commitment to living virtuously. Courage also means being willing to change. Stoicism teaches that growth often requires letting go of old habits, beliefs, or ways of being that no longer serve you. It takes courage to admit that change is needed, and even more courage to take the steps necessary to create that change. This willingness to evolve is essential for personal growth, and it requires constant courage to face the discomfort that comes with transformation. Courage in Stoicism is also about being consistent. It's not about showing courage in grand moments, but in the small, everyday decisions you make. Each time you choose to act with integrity, each time you resist the easy way out, you are practicing courage. This consistency strengthens your character over time, making courage a natural part of how you live, rather than something you need to summon in moments of crisis. Standing firm in your beliefs also requires intellectual courage. Stoicism teaches that wisdom is gained through questioning assumptions, seeking truth, and being open to learning. It takes courage to challenge your own beliefs, to admit when you are wrong, and to seek out new perspectives. This intellectual courage leads to deeper understanding and greater wisdom, as you are not afraid to explore new ideas and grow. Courage also means being true to yourself. Stoicism emphasizes that you must live according to your own values, not those imposed by others. It takes courage to resist the pressure to conform, to follow your own path, even when it's different from the norm. This authenticity brings a sense of freedom and fulfillment, as you are no longer living for the approval of others, but for your own sense of purpose. Courage also involves embracing failure. Stoicism teaches that failure is not something to fear, but something to learn from. It takes courage to try new things, knowing that you may not succeed the first time, or even the second or third. But each failure brings valuable lessons that make you stronger and more resilient. This willingness to fail is a key part of personal growth and a demonstration of true courage. Courage in Stoicism is also about setting boundaries. It takes strength to say no when something does not align with your values, even when it's easier to go along with what others want. By setting clear boundaries, you protect your energy and stay true to your principles. This courage to stand firm, even when it's uncomfortable, reinforces your commitment to living with integrity. Courage also means being willing to confront injustice. Stoicism teaches that it's not enough to live virtuously yourself. You must also stand up for justice in the world around you. Whether it's speaking out against wrongdoing, defending those who are marginalized, or challenging systems of oppression, it takes courage to be a voice for justice. This courage is not just about personal virtue, but about contributing to the greater good. In Stoicism, courage also involves perseverance. Life's challenges are not always short-lived, and it takes courage to keep going, even when the road is long and difficult. Perseverance is the ability to stay committed to your values and goals, even when progress seems slow. This type of courage builds endurance, helping you face life's obstacles with determination and strength. Courage also means being willing to forgive. Stoicism teaches that holding on to anger or resentment only harms yourself. It takes courage to let go of past hurts and to offer forgiveness, even when it feels difficult. This forgiveness is a form of emotional courage, as it requires you to release the need for revenge or retribution and to choose peace instead. Courage also requires faith in yourself. Stoicism emphasizes that while the world is unpredictable, you have the power to control your actions and responses. It takes courage to trust in your own abilities, to believe that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. This self-confidence is not about arrogance, but about knowing that you are capable of facing challenges with grace and resilience. Courage also involves the willingness to be alone. Stoicism teaches that solitude is sometimes necessary for personal growth. It takes courage to walk alone on your path, to separate yourself from influences that don't serve your growth, and to stand firm in your beliefs, even when others don't understand or support you. This solitude allows you to reconnect with your values and strengthen your sense of purpose. In Stoicism, courage also means accepting responsibility for your choices. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for your difficulties, but true courage involves owning your actions and their consequences. This responsibility empowers you, as it reminds you that while you can't control everything, you do have the power to shape your own life. This ownership of your life builds strength and clarity, allowing you to move forward with purpose. Courage also requires patience. Stoicism teaches that growth and success don't happen overnight. It takes courage to stay committed to your goals, even when progress is slow or setbacks occur. This patience is a form of quiet courage, as it requires trust in the process and the belief that your efforts will eventually bear fruit. Courage also involves kindness. Stoicism teaches that kindness is not a weakness, but a strength. It takes courage to be kind in a world that often values competition or aggression. Kindness requires vulnerability, as it opens you up to others and shows that you are willing to act with compassion, even when it's not reciprocated. This courage to be kind strengthens your relationships and brings greater peace and fulfillment to your life. Courage also plays a role in letting go. Stoicism teaches that holding on to things, whether it's material possessions, relationships, or old beliefs, can create suffering. It takes courage to let go of what no longer serves you, to release attachments that are holding you back. This willingness to let go frees you from the burden of clinging and opens you to new opportunities and growth. In Stoicism, courage also involves being honest with yourself. It takes strength to confront your own flaws, to admit where you've fallen short, and to commit to making changes. This self-honesty is not about self-criticism, but about having the courage to see yourself clearly and to take responsibility for your own growth. Courage also requires balance. Stoicism teaches that true strength is not about always pushing forward, but about knowing when to rest and recharge. It takes courage to acknowledge when you need a break, to take care of yourself, and to find balance in your life. This balance allows you to sustain your efforts and continue growing without burning out. Courage also involves trusting in the process of life. Stoicism teaches that while you can control your actions, you cannot always control the outcomes. It takes courage to keep moving forward, even when the path is uncertain. This trust in the process allows you to stay committed to your values and goals, even when the results are not immediately clear. In the end, courage in Stoicism is about living with integrity, resilience, and purpose. It's the strength to stand firm in your beliefs, to face life's challenges with grace, and to act with compassion and kindness even when it's difficult. This courage is not about being fearless, but about moving forward in the face of fear, trusting in your own strength and in the wisdom of living according to your values. As courage guides you to stand firm in your beliefs, the natural next step is understanding the deeper why behind your actions. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes from living with purpose, a clear direction that aligns with your values and gives meaning to your everyday choices. Purpose is the compass that steers you through life's challenges, helping you remain focused on what truly matters. It's not about grand achievements or external success, but about living intentionally, with each action contributing to a greater sense of meaning. To cultivate a life of purpose is to find the deeper significance in every moment, every decision, and every interaction. Living with purpose begins with understanding your values. Stoicism encourages self-reflection to identify what truly matters to you. These values form the foundation of your purpose, guiding your decisions and actions. Without clear values, it's easy to be swayed by external pressures or distractions. But when you are grounded in your principles, you have a clear path forward, no matter how uncertain the circumstances may be. Purpose also provides a sense of direction. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose focus and feel aimless. Stoicism teaches that purpose acts as a guiding star, helping you stay aligned with your values and goals. This direction allows you to prioritize your actions, focusing on what will bring long-term fulfillment rather than short-term gratification. With purpose, each decision becomes clearer, as it either supports or detracts from your greater mission. Living with purpose also brings resilience. Stoicism teaches that life is full of obstacles and challenges, but when you are driven by a clear purpose, you have the strength to persevere. Purpose gives you a reason to keep going, even when the road is difficult. It's the inner resolve that pushes you through setbacks, knowing that each challenge is a stepping stone towards something greater. This resilience is not born from stubbornness, but from a deep understanding of why you are doing what you're doing. Purpose also fosters discipline. Stoicism teaches that to live a meaningful life, you must act with intention and consistency. Discipline is not about rigid control, but about aligning your daily actions with your purpose. Each small step forward, each decision made with care, brings you closer to your greater goal. This discipline becomes easier when it is rooted in a strong sense of purpose, because you understand that every effort contributes to something much larger than the moment. Cultivating a life of purpose also brings clarity to your relationships. Stoicism teaches that the people you surround yourself with can either support or hinder your journey. When you are clear about your purpose, you begin to seek relationships that align with your values and goals. These connections offer mutual support and encouragement, helping you stay focused and grounded. Purpose-driven relationships are built on a foundation of shared values, which deepens trust and understanding. Purpose also transforms how you view your work. Stoicism teaches that work is not just a means to an end, but an opportunity to live out your values. When your work is aligned with your purpose, it becomes a source of fulfillment rather than frustration. You begin to see each task, no matter how small, as contributing to a greater mission. This shift in perspective turns work into a meaningful pursuit rather than a mere obligation. Living with purpose also helps you navigate uncertainty. Stoicism teaches that life is unpredictable, but purpose provides a stable foundation in the face of uncertainty. When you are clear about your purpose, you can adapt to changing circumstances without losing sight of what matters. This flexibility allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that your purpose remains steady, even when everything around you is in flux. Purpose also brings a sense of fulfillment. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes not from external achievements, but from living in alignment with your values. When you live with purpose, you experience a deep sense of contentment, knowing that your actions are contributing to something meaningful. This fulfillment is not dependent on external success, but on the inner satisfaction of living a life of integrity and intention. Living with purpose also helps you prioritize your time. Stoicism teaches that time is one of your most valuable resources, and purpose gives you clarity on how to spend it wisely. When you are clear about your purpose, you can say no to distractions and focus on what truly matters. This intentional use of time brings a sense of peace, as you know that you are investing your energy in what will bring the most fulfillment. Purpose also helps you develop patience. Stoicism teaches that meaningful progress takes time, and living with purpose requires the patience to stay committed to your goals, even when results are slow to appear. Purpose allows you to focus on the process rather than being fixated on the outcome. This patience brings a sense of peace, as you trust that each step is moving you closer to your greater mission, even if the progress is not immediately visible. Living with purpose also fosters a sense of gratitude. Stoicism teaches that when you are clear about your purpose, you begin to appreciate the small moments that contribute to your larger journey. Each day becomes an opportunity to live out your values, and this awareness cultivates a deep sense of gratitude for the present moment. Purpose allows you to see the beauty in the everyday, transforming ordinary tasks into meaningful experiences. Purpose also helps you overcome fear. Stoicism teaches that fear often arises from uncertainty or a lack of direction. But when you are clear about your purpose, you can face fear with confidence, knowing that your actions are aligned with your greater mission. This sense of purpose gives you the strength to move forward, even in the face of uncertainty, because you understand that your efforts are contributing to something meaningful. Living with purpose also strengthens your resilience to external pressures. Stoicism teaches that the opinions and expectations of others can easily pull you off course if you are not grounded in your own values. But when you live with purpose, you become less concerned with pleasing others and more focused on staying true to yourself. This resilience allows you to maintain your integrity, even in the face of criticism or judgment. Purpose also helps you let go of distractions. Stoicism teaches that many of life's distractions are meaningless in the grand scheme of things. When you are clear about your purpose, it becomes easier to identify which pursuits are worth your time and which are not. This clarity allows you to focus on what truly matters, freeing you from the constant pull of distractions that lead nowhere. Living with purpose also deepens your sense of self-worth. Stoicism teaches that your value is not determined by external achievements, but by how you live in alignment with your values. When you live with purpose, you begin to see your worth in terms of the impact you are making, rather than how others perceive you. This sense of self-worth is grounded in your actions and decisions, giving you confidence and clarity in your path. Purpose also helps you embrace change. Stoicism teaches that life is constantly evolving, and purpose provides a stable foundation in the midst of this change. When you are clear about your purpose, you can adapt to new circumstances with ease, knowing that your values remain steady. This adaptability allows you to see change as an opportunity for growth, rather than something to fear or resist. Living with purpose also helps you build mental toughness. Stoicism teaches that challenges are inevitable, but purpose gives you the strength to endure them. When you are clear about your purpose, you can face difficulties with resilience, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. This mental toughness allows you to stay focused on your goals, even when the road is difficult. Purpose also fosters humility. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose requires recognizing that your journey is part of something greater than yourself. When you live with purpose, you become more aware of how your actions impact others and the world around you. This awareness fosters a sense of humility, as you understand that your purpose is not just about personal success, but about contributing to the greater good. Living with purpose also deepens your relationships. Stoicism teaches that meaningful connections are built on shared values and goals. When you live with purpose, you attract people who align with your mission, creating deeper, more fulfilling relationships. These connections are not based on superficial interests, but on a shared commitment to living with integrity and intention. Purpose also helps you find meaning in adversity. Stoicism teaches that challenges are not obstacles to be avoided, but opportunities to grow stronger. When you live with purpose, you can face adversity with resilience, knowing that each challenge is contributing to your personal growth and development. This perspective allows you to find meaning in difficult times, transforming setbacks into stepping stones. Living with purpose also encourages you to act with courage. Stoicism teaches that purpose requires you to take bold steps toward your goals, even when the path is uncertain. This courage comes from the clarity of knowing that your actions are aligned with your values and contribute to something greater. Purpose gives you the strength to move forward, even when the outcome is uncertain, because you understand that the journey itself is meaningful. Purpose also helps you cultivate inner peace. Stoicism teaches that peace comes from living in alignment with your values, not from external circumstances. When you live with purpose, you experience a deep sense of peace, knowing that your actions are contributing to something meaningful. This inner peace is not dependent on success or recognition, but comes from the satisfaction of living a life of integrity and intention. Living with purpose also brings a sense of fulfillment. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes not from external achievements, but from living a life that is aligned with your values. When you live with purpose, each day becomes an opportunity to make a meaningful contribution to your greater mission. This fulfillment is not about reaching a final destination, but about the ongoing process of living with intention. Purpose also helps you develop a strong sense of identity. Stoicism teaches that your identity is not defined by external factors, but by how you live according to your values. When you live with purpose, you become more connected to your true self, free from the need for external validation. This strong sense of identity gives you the confidence to navigate life's challenges with clarity and resilience. Living with purpose also encourages you to focus on long-term goals. Stoicism teaches that a meaningful life is not built on short-term gratification, but on sustained effort toward a greater mission. When you live with purpose, you become more focused on long-term growth and development, rather than seeking immediate rewards. This long-term perspective helps you stay committed to your goals, even when progress is slow. Purpose also helps you cultivate gratitude. Stoicism teaches that when you live with purpose, you begin to appreciate the small moments that contribute to your larger journey. Each day becomes an opportunity to live out your values, and this awareness cultivates a deep sense of gratitude for the present moment. Purpose allows you to see the beauty in the everyday, transforming ordinary tasks into meaningful experiences. Living with purpose also fosters a sense of responsibility. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose means taking responsibility for your actions and their impact on the world. When you are clear about your purpose, you begin to see how your choices influence not only your own life, but the lives of others. This responsibility brings a sense of accountability, motivating you to act with integrity and care. Purpose also helps you develop resilience. Stoicism teaches that life is full of challenges, but when you live with purpose, you have the strength to endure them. Purpose gives you a reason to keep going, even when the road is difficult. This resilience is not born from stubbornness, but from a deep understanding of why you are doing what you're doing. Living with purpose also helps you cultivate self-discipline. Stoicism teaches that living a meaningful life requires consistent effort and discipline. When you are clear about your purpose, you are more motivated to stay disciplined, knowing that each action is contributing to your greater mission. This discipline becomes easier when it is rooted in a strong sense of purpose, because you understand that every effort counts. Purpose also helps you navigate uncertainty. Stoicism teaches that life is unpredictable, but purpose provides a stable foundation in the face of uncertainty. When you are clear about your purpose, you can adapt to changing circumstances without losing sight of what matters. This flexibility allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that your purpose remains steady, even when everything around you is in flux. Living with purpose also brings clarity to your decisions. Stoicism teaches that purpose acts as a guiding star, helping you stay aligned with your values and goals. This clarity allows you to prioritize your actions, focusing on what will bring long-term fulfillment rather than short-term gratification. As you embrace Stoic wisdom, you begin to see how each moment, every decision, and every challenge offers an opportunity for growth. Becoming a better person is not a destination, but a continuous journey, one that is deeply rooted in self-awareness, discipline, humility, and purpose. Stoicism empowers you to live with intention, remain calm in adversity, and rise above the distractions that cloud your path. By applying these teachings, you step into a life of greater integrity, resilience, and fulfillment. But remember, the wisdom of Stoicism thrives in community. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What resonated most with you from this guide? How are you applying Stoic principles to your own life? Let's inspire each other to keep growing. And if you found value in this guide, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any future videos that will help you on your journey to personal growth and empowerment. Let's continue growing together. Growing.